What is up, Level Uppers? Welcome to the Level Up Show, episode 212. I'm one of your co-hosts, Andrew. I make the show Midori, and I'm joined tonight by the classy douchebag Mike McLaughlin.
Hola.
No Kelly this week. She'll be on the chat, though, of course, for a little while. I think she has to be up early in the morning tomorrow, so just chat for Kelly tonight. So it's a duo show tonight.
It's classic.
It's classic.
Level Up classic.
Kind of. Yeah, I guess if you go really far back, like classic.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, because Kristen
OG.
was just like hiding in the background.
Not even at the very beginning, like
No, she was hiding in the background because she was studying.
not
for
on
the-
stream though, right?
Yeah, she was off. Well, yeah, you guys. I guess maybe they couldn't see her. Maybe they could. I think at the beginning it was they could see her feet or something. That's where she went.
Maybe. You're probably right. She'd be on the couch like laying, and you just like see her feet, and that's about it. Yeah, those were the old days. So this is OG Level Up Classic tonight. Welcome to everybody in the room. We got Dirty Habanero, we got Warm Coat Tobes, Gravy Biscuits, Fission Wolf Gaming, Ballistic Platypus Gamer, and a follow from So Effin' Moist.
I love it.
Moist.
Moist. I love that word.
The moist.
Only because
maker.
it makes other people really uncomfortable.
It does. It really does. Does it make you uncomfortable?
No, but I really, because it makes so many people uncomfortable, I really enjoy saying moist panties.
Even that makes me uncomfortable.
Exactly.
That
There
just
you
when
go.
you add panties onto it, that just adds a whole other layer. You
Well,
can say
no,
moist.
because the word panties actually makes people uncomfortable too.
Well, I
They're
think it's that,
two of the top ones.
You know, a lot of people, the problem with moist is they immediately associate it with bodily functions and this and
Oh,
that,
really?
right? But if you don't say panties, I can
Goes unfollow on stuff.
I can get past that. I can
Right.
just moist, like moist tellette. Like, you know, like I don't know, just anything. Like anything could be moist. But when you add panties onto it, there's no dodging it. It's there. It's done. It's in your mind. What's moist? So thank you for that, Mike.
Water balloons.
Tobes, you pushed them away.
Yeah,
It's
that's
over.
whatever.
Thanks so much for the sub already. We got a sub from Warm Code 14 months in a row. Thank you so much for the continuous support. Stop. You literally told the history of my name choice. I love it. Thank you. So
Anytime,
F-
bud.
Moist.
That's what we do to newcomers. Welcome
Yes.
in.
Welcome to the show. Welcome anybody who's new here tonight. As I said, this is the Level Up Show, gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you enjoy what we're doing here at any point, all you gotta do is hit that follow button, turn on notifications, make sure you get alerts when we go live. We're on 5, sometimes even 6 days a week at this point. Sunday's always our talk show, the Level Up Show, and Mike and I split up some variety gaming throughout the week, so you'll catch us a lot of the time. So thank you so much to those who already followed, like So F and Moist, and thank you to Warm Coat for the sub. We have what we call here prize wheel segments. So anything worth $5 or more, that includes subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, cheering, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more even, will get you a spin of the prize wheel. So Warm Coat is already in that list to come up, you know, about 20 or 30 minutes from now, and we'll do 4 of those wheel spin segments throughout the night. One other big shout out that's very important, something you guys should keep in mind, those that are new. If you are a Twitch Prime member, Amazon Prime through Twitch Prime, all that, you can sub to our channel for free monthly. We could be the one channel that you choose monthly manually to sub to. And when you guys do that, that means so much to us, because that means you are choosing the one channel you can on Twitch, and it's us, and that's huge. If you guys choose us, it's an honor. So thank you to anybody who does choose us for their Twitch Prime this month. You'll go into that prize wheel segment just like anybody else, and sub gifts count on that as well. If you sub gift, the person who gets the gift, you're basically giving them a wheel spin, which is super awesome. So anyway, Mike, how you doing tonight, man? You are full, I heard.
Very. I'm in like that pseudo meat comatosis.
Yes, it's weird. Whenever I go, where do I go to that does this to me? Maggiano's. You ever go to
Okay,
Maggiano's, Little Italy? Whenever I go to Maggiano's, I don't know if it is that I eat too much or if there's something they put in the food, but I actually feel legitimately
lace
drunk.
They lace it.
With what?
I don't know, TCP.
TCP. I wonder if is it possible that they cook the stuff in a wine, and it could maybe get you a little bit of a buzz?
It's not that. I mean, it might be the other parts of it, but usually
Yeah.
that stuff all cooks out, even if you do cook it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always feel just the slightest bit
It's
drunk.
also a lot of carbs too.
Maybe. So is that where you're at right now? Are you a little bit drunk right now?
No, I mean that. I have never had such that was the best steak I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
Um,
22 ounces, guys.
yeah.
Wow.
I ate most of it.
That's a lot, dude.
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, it was good.
Do not go in my bathroom tonight.
No. No,
You wait until you get home.
I'll just blow up the couch.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
but it was good. It was worth it. You know what? Danielle got her promotion. So
That's really
she
cool.
absolutely deserved it. So.
If she's in the room, I don't know if she is,
I don't
but
think
congratulations.
She was passed out when I left.
Okay.
She was
Huge
also
congratulations
in
to
a
Danielle getting her own store.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So yeah, no, she's worked hard. So She deserved it very well. There was something I was gonna bring up though. There was something I watched or something I did. Can't remember what it was. Oh, I was watching Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 today.
2. Yeah, you were talking
So
about
I
that
brought
on
up,
G Chat.
I couldn't get into games today.
Okay.
Like I wanted to play games. I really did. And like I woke up, I went right to the computer because I have free time, and I'm like, I don't really want to play anything. And I just went back, I sat on the couch, and Amazing Spider-Man 2 was on. So I was like, all right, I'm watching this. That movie gets so much more hate than I think it deserves. There's a lot to dislike about it, but I think when you take those aspects out, and like Andrew Garfield was probably my favorite Spider-Man that we had up till that point. Tom Holland did a phenomenal job, but I love the sarcastic, quippy nature of Andrew Garfield.
I can agree with
and how
that. He was
does
very good. He brought something new to the character for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I can definitely say about both Amazing Spider-Man films is I think it is the best realized web swinging of any Spider-Man live action.
Probably, yeah.
For sure. Like it kills, in my opinion, the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially the second one. There's certain scenes of just no cut, just him swinging and moving around, and the animation and also just that sense of speed that I feel like that one got, especially trumps any other form that I've seen. The Insomniac
absolutely.
game, of course, is coming close to
God,
that. That looks
insane.
unbelievable.
That thing is they are at Mach speeds in
Yes.
that game. It looks intense,
Which is
like,
crazy because we
almost
haven't even
overwhelming.
seen the highest speeds in that
Right.
game yet. So you're going to be able to upgrade your speed, which means, oh man, who I don't being able to control that is going to be quite miraculous. With it moving that fast and still feeling like you're in control, that's that sweet spot. Like because
Right.
that really makes you feel like a badass.
Right,
Like you are
exactly.
a superhero.
Well, because you have to keep pulling the trigger, I think, for every single web swing. I think that's going to add a lot to it too.
Yeah.
So you're not just sitting there holding the button down and just letting them go. You have to actually do more. I also saw Ready Player One,
I know. I
this
heard.
week.
Very sad to hear your opinions on that.
and I'm very sad to hear yours. I think it sucks because there's so much that I dislike that has little to do with the book adaptation and more to do with the movie itself. So after you and Kristen, the only reason I saw it this week was because after you and Kristen insisted that it was a good movie, that you enjoyed it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just being too hard on this. I absolutely need to take myself, out. Like I just need to pull myself back and just try to enjoy what I'm watching.
Right.
So I went with Danielle, who is completely unaffiliated with any of that and just would enjoy a nice movie. She thought it was terrible.
Okay.
I thought it was relatively mediocre.
Okay. Why did she think it was terrible?
She
Because
hated
Kristen
the
loved
pacing.
it.
She hated the pacing. The pacing was completely off for her.
Really?
She hated the acting. Everybody acted like a fucking buffoon. She thought it was jumbled, and while it was easy to follow, it was also almost confusing in the way that it addressed certain topics, or like I think it was just too overly simplified how they succeeded from beginning to end. Like
Okay.
they crammed so much into that movie that it was just like this doesn't make any sense.
Did she
to
think
me
it was
where
paced too quickly or too slowly?
way too quickly.
Really? Okay.
Way
Because I
too
thought
quickly.
I thought my only complaint would actually be that I thought it was about 15 minutes too long.
Well, here's the thing, and that's where I can't. This is where I'm not able to take myself out of the equation. I know for a fact that they left a ton of shit out.
Oh, well, of course, yeah, they have to.
So, but I think between the movie not being done that well, and I don't understand what it is. If this was, I honestly am on the side of this was Ernest Cline working with another writer to adapt his book, and it was the other screenwriter saying, "Hey, we need to do this. What can we change here? What can we change here?" If not, and again, I don't like him as a writer. Ernest Cline needs to never touch a pen and paper ever again.
I feel like this is really extreme. I don't know.
I don't know. But here's the thing.
Here's the thing for me. Do you like Steven Spielberg films?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Because
like
this was
Spielberg.
classic Steven Spielberg, down to the kind of cheesy jokes and the adventure. Like it felt like
I
old school
wanted
Indiana
something that
Jones.
matured a little bit more.
See,
Like,
I
that's
went
what
to
I
it
was
wanting
hoping
a
for.
Steven Spielberg movie, and I was so happy that it felt like him going back to his roots and just having fun with a movie.
I mean, maybe that's the case, and I think maybe then at that point, it's not something I was able to take myself out of, but I just felt like there was so much potential, and I think what bothers me, again, this is where you're going to talk, in a movie. I understand. We've had this conversation. Look at how much hate a lot of the Harry Potter movies gets from select people
Yeah.
versus love from other people, right?
Right, yeah.
I have literally zero issue with Harry Potter movies. Literally none. And I loved those books when I was a kid, right? So I can absolutely take myself out of the equation for that stuff. But when it comes to this, they changed so much that they absolutely didn't have to. There's people that are not going to read the books. So I'm going to say spoiler right now, but like the 5, they're 4 by the end. They're
Okay.
not all 5 together.
Yeah.
the girl, I think one of the biggest things for me was like the book itself was trying to teach everybody to accept who you are and take themselves out of the fake world and get accustomed to the real world again. You know, love who they are because no one's going to be perfect. Wade Watts is supposed to be this chubby, really like average looking kid. What's her name?
Artemis.
Artemis is supposed to be this also relatively chubby but average looking Asian girl with a completely messed up, like scarred up face.
Okay.
And they gave this girl a tiny little birthmark.
Yeah, they Hollywoodified.
But that's
that
the thing
aspect.
is, why did you need to change? Like that was actually one of the main drivers of that book. Like there's so much that they could have added to it. You know, it's they absolutely can be two different things, but there's no reason to completely say, hey, listen, you can add all this stuff and just take all the good parts out of the book.
I mean, I haven't read the book, but I mean, I felt like I mean, I don't care what the characters look like
In
personally.
the book, she is Asian.
I don't care at all what the characters look like because I care about the personalities of the character and the relationships together. But at the same time, my one complaint would be the 15 minutes, and that I felt like the 15 minutes that they had in there that they didn't necessarily need to have in there could have been better spent towards growing the relationship between Wade and Artemis. I would have liked a little bit more of that romance to be established because I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the romance of it all, and it felt like kind of classic Steven Spielberg for me in that way. As far as like the challenges go, I know they changed the challenges, but I thought like like that first challenge.
That Shining Room was actually really cool. That's the thing.
That was awesome.
There were certain things that I really, and I said this on the stream. There were certain things that I really loved. Like The Shining was awesome, but like there was another one, and this is, I painted the picture on the stream, but like the beginning of the book takes place on Ludus, the planet that's all about schools. You can't fight. There's no attacking anybody. So the warships or anything can't come in. Well, he kind of puts it together that the first key is actually on Ludus because it was basically like a hint that like education is most important, this and that, and he fumbles through all this stuff and he goes and finds this like weird dungeon in the middle of nowhere. So imagine the beginning of the movie almost being like him on his own. He finds this dungeon almost in like a Skyrim type Western RPG style, and then he goes down and it's almost like a Dark Souls dungeon that he goes down and has to fight a Dark Souls style boss.
This is all stuff that's really cool in your head. I agree. It's cool in your head.
It absolutely translates
to
film.
If you were to do that, no, it wouldn't. Not one film. If you
But
wanted it to be multiple films,
why wouldn't they do three different films, or at least two?
I think they did keep it open to potentially do future films in this universe, but it was clear that they wanted to have this be a standalone movie, and I don't think you could have really like gone into like a real mystery solving when it comes to these challenges. It's just that would have really ruined the pacing, I think.
Oh, absolutely. No, and I don't want that. It was more so they changed some of these things that didn't need to be, and I think they added stuff that actually took away from it.
I think any reason that they did change things was probably because of the pacing. That they wanted to keep it moving really quickly.
I think, well, that's the thing, is I think that moved too quick. And again, that was the thing, the pacing.
Yeah, if that's a complaint from Danielle, I appreciated when it was moving quickly, and I actually thought like when it's kind of got too long at the end, I was like,
awesome.
The race scene is one of the best things I've ever seen on screen in a theater.
Smart.
That was so well done visually. I just thought, my opinion, you guys have already heard this. I never read the book. I went to see this as a Steven Spielberg movie and somebody that loves pop culture, nerd culture, game culture, all that. I thought it was a really cool homage and tribute and whatever else you want to call it to the culture that we love. And I just thought it was a really fun, entertaining, visually spectacular movie that should be seen in theaters because it's something that surrounds you, it envelops you. Yeah. I thought it was a really fun time. And
the ending with the villain is just cringeworthy terrible. Why he stops? I'm not going to go into that big spoiler territory. I mean, but he just goes there and he's just like
spoilers because I got to talk about this. Big spoilers.
Big spoilers.
He
comes up and he has a gun ready to shoot the kids, and he comes up to them.
The cops are coming behind him. You think he's going to shoot the kid in cold blood while he's just sitting there?
He's already fucked up his life. Why the fuck would you not just go through it? Instead, he just goes, "Oh, that's cute," and he basically cries.
He doesn't do anything like that. He doesn't cry. He just sees Wade holding the egg. He realizes that he's lost. There's no tears in his eyes. There's no tears in his eyes. Come on now. He realized that he's lost. Wade has the egg. If he was going to kill this kid in cold blood, I mean, come on. I just feel like in that moment, it's like he lost. It's over. He lost. Accept it. I think that's all that happened there. He realized that he lost. I think to look into it further than that is a little... I think you're just trying to search for problems.
That was the biggest thing that Danielle brought up to me. I
think you've like passed some things off to her or something.
I never said anything to her about
vibes.
The book before.
You passed your vibes off to her.
I don't know, man. She looked over at me half the time through the movie. So
Mike apparently saw a completely different movie. He saw him tear up. He was welling up. I guess, I don't know. I didn't see that. I did not see that in my viewing. Maybe they changed it for the director's
Alright.
cut that you saw.
I'm sorry, I have a bad opinion.
Well, I'm sad. I'm sad that you didn't enjoy it because
Right,
I just
wanted
to
to enjoy. Like
it.
I said, I wanted to go in and enjoy
Well,
the movie.
continue on with movies. I saw A Quiet Place.
Yes, which we were gonna see instead. And
You
we
didn't
should
see
have.
it?
No, we were gonna
I would
see
I
it.
would definitely recommend seeing that
we
one
are.
as well. Completely different, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't talk about this movie a lot because it's a very tight movie that if you explain anything, you're kind of getting into spoiler territory that really I don't want to do that to you because this is a movie that you want to go into fresh. I hope
The less
get
you know, the better with
the
this movie. From what I
best
hear.
movie experience possible with the best theater possible, best audience possible, because what is so great about this movie is the characters are going through this and you feel like you're going through it as well because you were trying to watch this movie in a whisper quiet theater where you can hear a pin drop. That's how quiet this movie is for probably a good 75% of it. It's that quiet. And I'm trying to reach into my little candy bag and every time I do it, I'm like taking one, and I'm like pulling it on, like, then I'm like chewing slowly, like, I'm like, that's how anxiety inducing it was. Like, I
Right.
didn't want to ruin the experience for anybody, and I just wanted to preserve what this movie was all about. But man, it kicks into like high gear 5 minutes in,
Okay.
and it does not stop. It just the entire next 1 hour 15, it's only an hour 20 minutes long because I think they realize like I don't want to make people endure this any longer than they have to. Like it is the most tense, anxiety-inducing movie I've seen in a long time.
And he wants to direct another one.
Yeah.
with very similar vibes. Or not
Mars,
similar
right?
vibes, yeah, the
Mars,
yeah.
something related to that. But it is, especially if you have a family, if you have children, you're going to connect with this. It's all about taking care of your loved ones, surviving, and man, it just gets worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse and worse. The things that they go through, not even related to the presence, to the whatever is out there. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but unrelated to that, there's so many things that happen in this movie that are just like, God damn it, could anything else go wrong? It's just like it's so like, oh man, this is too much. I can't handle this. I just need this to end.
Someone on Reddit pointed out, they're like, John Krasinski made a career out of a character that relied heavily on nonverbal cues.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like his entire career was building up to this.
Yes. It's so funny too because I was watching on Resetera. Everybody's talking about the film and they're just calling him Jim. You know when Jim did this, when Jim did that, it's like his name's not Jim, his name was Lee. Like, what's wrong with
so
you?
funny.
Like, yeah, but that's
I love
people
that.
are always going to think of him as Jim. But hopefully this is the movie that helps break him out, John Krasinski, out of that mold. Maybe so that he can get Mr. Fantastic or whoever else he wants in his career. Not saying that everybody wants that, but I know he wants that, and a lot of fans do want that. So hopefully this is something that can skyrocket him to at least fame as an actor, but maybe as a director too. Man, this was
that'd
a
be cool.
great. Is that his directorial
Did he
debut?
write this?
He
though?
wrote and directed
Okay,
it,
he did write this.
and this is not his first movie he's directed, though. He did a very small film. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I never saw it myself. This is, I think, his second movie, but this is the one that everybody's going to be talking about. It is a really great film. I think Dustin is saying it's not too scary. I agree. It's not overly scary because it's reliant on tension and anxiety. It's not like jump scare here, jump scare
No,
there.
they didn't want
It's
that, yeah.
quiet. It's all about the
It's almost
silence.
like a quiet place.
It is all the fear takes place in the silence.
Okay.
And that's what is so strong about this film. It's not a scary movie, it's a suspense movie. It's a tension movie. So don't go into it expecting like hardcore horror and gore and all that. It's PG-13 for one. So it's not that kind of film. It's just
It's been
a very
long
tense
time
movie.
since a good horror movie was under R.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
that's the thing. Is like I don't know what I would call this horror. I guess it's horror. It's horror, but
It's a thriller.
It's suspense, thriller, horror. It's all of those things combined. Just a really smart film. A few minor complaints I have about some story devices, some plot devices, but I let it
Was
slide.
it a dream at the end?
No, it was not a dream at the end. It was not a dream. There was a few plot devices I thought it could have done without. It didn't even need those things to happen. But it is what it is. It had a few jump scares, just to make it clear. There are a few jump scares. If you guys hate jump scares, you will probably get a handful of them, something like that. All right. Well, anyway,
Interesting.
that is our movie discussion.
What is a handful to you?
5.
Okay, I'm glad you answered that way because I've asked other people and I've gotten anything from like 2 or 3 up to like 7 to 10, and I'm like, how many fingers on your hand do you
Yeah,
have?
I don't know why I consider it that way. I guess you don't have to, now that I think about it, but when I think of a handful, I think of 5 because you have 5 fingers.
Interesting. I just want you to know, I asked Kristen the other day when summer was ending.
No,
I just want you to know this. When I came over on Wednesday, I asked Kristen
she doesn't know
for
any better.
and I said, she doesn't know any better. I said, when does summer end? She said, oh man, I never. She's like, well, I guess I don't know. I always thought it was like the end of like the beginning of September, end of August. You know, and because that's when you went back to school. But now as an adult, I don't know. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you
it's
never
probably around
looked
that.
into it, you wouldn't know any better, I guess, because everybody's so used to their summer vacation being, early September, something like that. But this is something that is like a real thing, guys.
I'm just telling
There's
you.
a date that actually means the beginning of summer and the end of summer.
Rules are meant to be.
There's a
broken, Andrew.
fact about it. There's scientific proof about when it begins and ends. Look it up on Google. You might be surprised. It's not the beginning of September.
Just to say, your allegiances are dwindling. Your own wife
You know
is turning on you.
who's on my side? God. Creators of the heaven and the earth. That's who's on my side. And science. I'm not on both. I got science and religion on my side.
I mean, let's be.
Ah!
Oh!
Show on the road.
Dog show getting into
Thank
that
you
first
so
wheel
much,
spin
man.
segment.
I'm gonna be, as much as I love that, that has literally nothing to do with God. It was a man-made system. I can say next, like, if I wanted to.
The creators of the heaven and the earth. He decided when climate exists and change and fluctuates.
It was the 11th commandment. It was like summer ends on September 22nd.
I've got Morgan Freeman on my side.
You got Morgan
This is true.
Freeman. How do you know Morgan Freeman's on his
Or
side?
science, both. Science and religion. Together. Working together.
Drew is hedging his bets.
Like Lost. like the TV show Lost. Science and religion working as one.
Oh,
All right, well,
my
anyway,
God.
that is our official... No, we haven't got into non-gaming yet. Guys, it is time for the official non-gaming portion of the show. Unless you want to talk about what we've been playing. Let's get this done first, and then we'll talk about what we've been playing. Since we've been talking about non-gaming stuff already, let's do
Right.
the official non-gaming portion of the show. 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each. It's called the Level Up Show. Has no game.
I'm ready.
Good for you, man. Good for
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
You've learned so well. First up, and has no game tonight. We talked about Star Wars last week. We talked about how Mark Hamill is not against being digitally recreated after his passing, or maybe when he's too old in age that he can't do it anymore, or even being replaced by a younger actor.
Tubes.
But on top of that, he has said that he's also open to being in Episode 9, like actually being a part of the story. But he also said he doesn't feel like it's necessary, that he feels like his story is done. Rey can continue on without him. She has the training. He actually thinks that she is a better Jedi than him. Actually,
She's
she
actually
has
trained to
everything
be
she
a
needs.
Jedi.
She has everything she needs. She doesn't need Luke anymore. So if Luke were to be in Episode 9, what would his presence be? What would be his purpose in that film?
Either it's two things. It could absolutely be the first, which is if they believe in reincarnation in Star Wars, he can come back as one.
And not even just as the Force goes, like he literally just comes back.
Well, no, he comes back as one like the blue milk cows.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Exactly what
one
I
of
was
his
thinking.
Most favorite
Yeah.
animals in creation.
Yeah,
So
they
he
do
comes back
taste
as one of
very
those,
good,
apparently.
very moist.
But they don't wear panties.
No, thank you for that.
But if not that, then a Force Ghost. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
that's almost necessary because it's the final one out of them. I want to see now the lineup of like everything from like Qui-Gon Jinn to Obi-Wan to Darth Vader to
Well, did I ever tell
with,
you
like,
my
all,
my
like,
like big
6 of
spiel
them.
about like the ultimate fangasm Star Wars Episode 9?
no.
Okay, so the ultimate
You have
fangasm
20
Star Wars
seconds.
Episode 9, if I can remember right when I described this to everybody, it was that Rey goes back to the island. Luke is there as a Force Ghost, has a big, like, the true training montage that people wanted, like Episode Strikes Back style. We're gonna have to pause this because I have to explain. And like we get like the actual Jedi training montage that everybody wanted from the very beginning. We're pausing it right there.
I thought you were gonna say that they were like all gonna be sitting at a table.
No, well,
enjoying
hold
the
on.
Last
So
Supper.
she gets the training that she needs, right? And it turns out that Kylo Ren,
All Ewoks.
all he walks under bits. Thank you so much. Turns out Kylo Ren was like having like this internal debate this whole time, right? As we kind of expected anyway. And when he told Rey who her parents were and this and that, it turns out that he was partially telling the truth but also lying because Rey is a clone of Luke Skywalker taken from his hand that was recovered after it was cut off. So they took his hand. The Empire created Rey to literally be a female clone of Luke Skywalker, which is why she is so powerful. It's why she has all this going on, right? So that's where you get like that little connection there. Okay. Things that people already wanted. They wanted Rey to have some parentage. It kind of covers both bases.
That scene, by the way, that you froze it on.
Yes, that way you got both. You got like, okay, yeah, she isn't actually the daughter of Luke Skywalker, but she kind of is. That's the best of both worlds, right? But what I think would be really cool is if Snoke, because he's so powerful, right? He's supposed to be so powerful. We thought he was going to be this ultra powerful being, and then he dies, and everybody's like, what the hell? This is ridiculous.
Well, I think that was intentional.
We built him up to be this thing. But J.J. Abrams knows if he wants to appeal to the fans, he's going to bring him back. So how do you bring him back?
Well, can I put out there real quick, too? I'm going to let you continue on. I feel like that was him going, put your money where your fucking mouth is, and setting Abrams up. So either Abrams didn't have a good plan for Snoke, or he's basically saying, hey, this is Plagueis, and you better pull your shit.
That's exactly what is going to happen. It's going to be Darth Plagueis, and as we all know, Darth Plagueis mastered the powers of death, or whatever you want to call it. He could bring somebody back to life, as Sidious told Anakin, right? He has his powers. So if he has the power to bring somebody back from death, why would he not be able to bring himself back from death? So he's going to bring himself back from death. He's going to be the ultimate baddie. Kylo Ren is going to change sides, realizing the huge godlike villain that they need to take down. Everybody comes back together to defeat Darth Plagueis, but it's not over yet, right? Because he's just going to bring himself back. He can't die, right? He's going to keep bringing himself back from death.
So they need to have all their friends and family put their hands on their shoulders and give them the extra force to kill them.
No, we travel to the afterlife after they kill Darth Plagueis. But Kylo Ren also dies in the process. He sacrifices himself in this battle so Rey can live. He dies. Snoke dies as well. But then we are transported to the afterlife. We see like where Jedi go, and you've got Luke, you've got Darth Vader, as Anakin, you've got
Jar Jar
Kylo
Binks,
Ren, you've got Yoda, you've got them all. And to truly defeat Snoke, you have to defeat him in the afterlife as well. So Force ghosts all come together, fight Darth Plagueis in the afterlife, and kill him to save the universe.
I'm okay with some of this. Apparently, Dirty
Ultimate
Hob and Dustin
nerdgasm
didn't like
everywhere.
it,
Splooge!
Fuck you guys. This is what we do.
Wait, I missed the part when Drew dropped some acid. Did we change the format of the show? Sorry, I needed to get my spiel out. I'm sorry. 2 minutes. Let's watch Rey scream in agony. There you go. And next up, it has no game. Infinity War supposedly has pre-sold.
Not late. We're not even close.
Has pre-sold more movie tickets than all 7 previous Marvel movies combined. That means Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, not Amazing Spider-Man, just Spider-Man Homecoming, and the 4 others that came before that, Guardians of the Galaxy. All 7 previous Marvel films. This is pre-sold all of them combined. What does that even mean? Like what is this going to do at the box office? Like, what are the numbers going to be, Mike?
I have no idea. I'm not one of them. I'm not going to be able to see it until like next week sometime.
Okay.
Week.
I'm seeing it on Thursday.
Oh, you're not going to the...
No, I have the tickets already for Thursday. I just got invited to that, honestly.
We got it, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like I got a day before the RSVP. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But anyway, I want to put a poll in the chat for you guys because I want to know what you guys think this is going to do at the domestic box office. Domestic box office... And let me hear what you think about this as well, Mike. Will it be under 200 million first weekend? Will it be 200 to 220?
No.
Will it be 220 to 240?
No.
Will it be 240 to 260?
No, we're in numbers.
260 to 280?
Yes.
You think it's going to be 260 to 280?
I could see it absolutely doing that.
I'm probably around that range too. We also have 280 to 300 and above $300 million. Is that even possible? Here's the thing. If this movie was 2 hours long, I think that would be possible. I think 300 million opening weekend would be possible. But this is a 2 hour and 45 minute long
I think
movie.
I went a little bit over just because of that reason.
That's the
However,
problem.
ticket prices have gone up dramatically for a lot of these things. And I think people are willing to shell out and fill up the other theaters that they don't always fill out.
Well, man, look at these people. Saying a lot of people saying over $300 million opening weekend.
Man.
I just don't think it's actually possible. Like logistically, I don't think it's possible with how long the movie is.
I'm not qualified to answer this question.
And finally, keeping with superheroes, We got some potentially
Good
sad
news.
news, maybe good news.
I
Depends on
was
who you are, I
not
guess.
ever on board with this.
We've got Jake Gyllenhaal on screen right now because in a recent interview, he was asked, "So, are you Batman?" And his answer, quite simply, was, "Wow, that's a very difficult question. The answer is no." He kind of seemed like almost, I don't know what was going on there. He seemed like ashamed almost of his, like, even the idea that he would be Batman. It
Well,
was a
so
weird
here's the
response.
thing. What if they have pivoted because of that thing, about how you answer that? What if they pivoted and decided to make him Tim Drake?
Make Jake Gyllenhaal
Yes.
Tim Drake
Yes.
as the new Batman.
Well, as Nightwing.
Oh, as Nightwing, like get rid of Batman?
Yeah, no more Batman.
No more Batman.
Batman's gone.
I think not that I would dislike Nightwing. I just think that as we know of DC, especially their cinematic
They don't like
universe,
change.
They don't take chances. They're by the books to a flaw for sure. I don't think they're going to take any big chances like that. Batman is their that's their moneymaker. So I don't think they're going to get rid of him. I still think they will reboot the character in some Flashpoint Paradox kind of way. I just think that maybe Jake Gyllenhaal is not the one that DC was willing to go with. I bet you Matt Reeves did want Jake Gyllenhaal. I believe
Maybe.
that. I bet you DC, the powers that be, whatever, they are like, no.
I don't see it though, and that's why. So I'm not. This doesn't bother me at all because I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not for or against it. If Matt Reeves really felt like there was something there, I kind of trust that guy. I feel like he's a really great director, great visionary. But yeah, it's not something like I look at him and I'm like, yeah, he's Batman.
Yeah, I
I
don't
always
see it
like
at
thought
all.
more Joker actually.
But that's the same thing. I said the same thing about Christian Bale, and I mean, I didn't hate him in the movies, but I also don't see him as anything like he was not at all my favorite.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, we have more time to figure out who the next Batman will be if it's not Ben Affleck. I mean,
Right.
I think at this point we've all kind of accepted, right? Ben Affleck is on his way out.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's
That's the
happening.
thing.
It's going to happen. What do you think of John Hamm? Just while we're on the subject, real quick. Do you like John Hamm as Batman? Too old?
I don't know. Like I like John Hamm a lot. I just don't know about Batman. I don't think he
Yeah.
brings the presence that he needs to.
I think he would be a great older Batman. I just think they're once again like I think they've realized at this point like we need to go with a young Batman, like somebody who's going to stick with the role for a while.
Well, they do
we can't do Ben
Batman
Affleck
beyond
again.
Batman.
That would be so good. I mean, I'd be so.
And then
good
John
with that.
Hamm is
Okay, but
old
Nutty
Batman.
Professor 3 when is going to be released?
Whenever Eddie Murphy decides to take a not take a hiatus, that guy needs to come back.
I don't know, man. He needed the hiatus for a long time.
Maybe he did, but he needs to come back, just like him and Mike Myers. Mike Myers needs to come back and do Austin
Mike
Powers.
Myers was randomly on
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. the
Yeah,
other
as
night.
Doctor Evil.
It was so random because somebody was just talking about like they haven't seen Mike Myers in forever, and he just randomly popped up like surprise, bitch.
Surprise!
Like,
8 years? Has it been 8 years? I'm on board with you, man. I would love Eddie Murphy to come back for the Nutty Professor, and I would love Mike Myers to come back for Austin Powers. But as I was saying, John Hamm I think would be a great older Batman. I think they're going to go young. We were talking about Army Hammer. Dean was just so against the idea of Army Hammer because he's just the joke of superhero films at this point. Like nobody wants him.
No.
I think that he has
Dirty
the presence.
Habanero, I
but-
think, doesn't think that the Batman trilogy, like the Christian Bale one and Wonder Woman, were good movies. I believe that's what he's just saying. I'm not sure how to take that.
I think it's.
Oh
kind
wow,
of-
no, he's dead serious. Only good Batman is Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
I think he just means the actor, like the person who played them. I don't think he's saying that the
I don't know, man.
Christopher
Before
Nolan
he
trilogy was
said the
bad.
Wonder Woman movie was not good either.
There's plenty of people that didn't love Wonder Woman. I thought
I
it
don't
was
think
very
it's
good. Myself.
amazing, but I think
Yeah.
for Danny, I loved it a lot.
Yeah, I had a really great time seeing that film, and I really appreciate it because Kristen appreciated it a lot. But I think it's hard to deny that the Christopher Nolan Batman series is the best of the Batman films,
Absolutely.
live action, let's say. Because I know a lot of people really do love Mask of the Phantasm. It is an excellent movie.
Mask of the Phantasm is
Yeah, that's an
phenomenal.
excellent
I watched it
movie.
again like not that long ago.
Yeah, but I think as far as live action goes, it's kind of hard to deny that as a trilogy that really holds the
Under the
crown.
Red Hood is probably the best Batman film in my opinion.
Really interesting. I've seen
you
it.
watch it?
I liked it. Liked it a lot. They did with different Joker on that one, different voice actor. I'm trying to remember who they got. It was the
Yeah,
guy-
which
I think it was the guy who voiced Waka from Final Fantasy X. Actually,
Oh, wow.
he brought a different thing to Joker. It was really well done. I have to go back and watch it. It was really well done. I liked it as well. I don't know if I liked it
Batman
more
Year
than
One
Mask
was
of the
pretty
Phantasm.
good. The Dark Knight, Dark Knight Returns was actually pretty good.
Killing Joke was really bad. It's Hightower. I'm not sure if you saw it yet. I thought it was really lousy. They did a lot of disservice to the character of Batgirl. And Barbara Gordon, for that matter. But anyway, let's move on to our first wheel spin segment of the night. As we were saying, guys, anything worth $5 or more will get you a spin of the prize. Well, that means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, cheering, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more. You can use your Twitch Prime. You can gift a sub. All those will get you into the first wheel spin segment. So first up, we have Warm Coat, and then we got Donk Show with, I think, 600 bits tonight so far. He's jabbing. He's doing jabs tonight, little by little. Thank you so much for that, Donk Show. But first, we're going to start with Warm Coat. Let's go to the prize wheel. All right. Thank you, Warm Coat. I think it was 14 months, right? 14 months. You've passed your 1 year anniversary. Congratulations, man. This one is for you. And we've got, it's going to move on to the next one. Audio Hook for 1 month. There you go, Warm Coat. Whisper Me with either instructions on, where I can find this audio file, or you could even send me a YouTube link with a, description on where the time range is in the video so that I can make an audio hook for you. You can even recommend a command title for it if you want.
Just so you guys know, I'm really relying on you guys at some point to put the poo as an audio hook in.
Permanently. Somebody use 4,000 XP. Make it happen. And this one's for Donk Show. He has given 10 XP. 10 XP to the entire room. Way to go, room, courtesy of Donk Show. And that is the first wheel spin segment of the night, guys.
Awesome.
Keep them coming. Love the support. You are supporting that full-time streaming dream at the bottom of the screen if you haven't noticed yet. We're at 4,410, man. Dude. 4,410. We're getting up there. Thank you so much, everybody that has supported that dream so far. All right, so what I've been playing this week. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
I did more Bloodborne. And let me just say something. I freaking rock at that game. I freaking rock at that game. I'm not even lying right now.
I don't know, dude.
Really
I watched
good
you play,
at that game.
Not this week. I watched you play last week one time, and there was a dude shooting you with what seemed to be a Gatling gun.
But
and
did
you were
I
just
die?
running away like a little bitch. So
because I'm smart. Because I play smart.
I don't know
when I'm out of my league, you're supposed to run from certain things for sure.
I don't
Some
know.
things
That
you
was
just
a
aren't ready
lot
for.
of running. Like you ran a very You really incorporated that song, and you're like, "I'm not right," and you just went for it.
I think I may be ready for that guy now. Actually, the Gatling gun guy. I might have to go back to him at this point because I've beaten like 7 bosses now, and the last couple I haven't had any problems. Nerd Stash with the huge host / raid. That is a wheel spin for the second wheel spin segment. 15 viewers. Thank you so much, Nerd Stash.
You so much.
If anybody doesn't know, Nerd Stash, amazing channel. Not just because of the quality of the streamers, multiple streamers that they bring on there, but for what they do. They are 100% supporting Extra Life every single time. They've already raised over $11,000 this year for Extra Life. Amazing work on those guys' parts. Derek streams there. Boba Chat streams there. I believe Biohazard Rain might stream there. A lot of people help out filling their schedule and supporting the Extra Life dream, man. It's all for the kids. Unbelievable support there. So everybody, please go to Nerd Stash, give them a follow, turn on notifications, check out all those streams that they do because they're on very often with all the people that they bring in. But as I was saying, Bloodborne, I'm freaking awesome at that game. I'm defeating all the bosses on the first try. It's not like I'm almost disappointed. Like I'm like, where's the challenge? I'm too good for this shit. Like, when are you going to throw something hard at me? I'm really good at that game.
I want to see you play Dark Souls 3.
I heard Dark Souls is more difficult.
Yeah,
that's what I heard Dark Souls 3, though, is the easiest of the Dark Souls games.
Really?
So that one might not be too bad. I heard 1 and 2 are definitely more difficult than 3.
See, I always heard that Far Cry or Dark Souls 3 was the easier, or the harder one.
My last stream, I did a full, 4 hours, and I died 1 time, and that was only because Kirby, the son of a bitch, killed me.
Which, by the way, want to point out there, I said, hey, why don't you do Kirby? We don't like doing Kirby because it's not really that entertaining. I don't think people really like it. Lo and behold,
you know what made it entertaining?
Character.
This guy.
Yeah, but see, I said
he doesn't
it
have a lot of emotion.
Fun.
I just wish there was a little bit more.
You don't have a lot of emotion.
I wish that whoever made it, and thank you to anybody who did make that, because it's user-generated content. But he didn't put a lot of articulation.
No, you can see that's very...
Yeah, it's just like the eyes open and close, the mouth opens. You can't even smile or frown or anything like that.
Very disappointed that that's not cross-buy on Steam.
That is a bummer.
Like family share.
Yeah, I wish you could use that. But, I mean, it's not that expensive if you want to go for it. Yeah, so if you want to go for it. It does use up a pretty good amount of your PC. So if you ever do use it, put it in like 360p. Just keep it really low quality. No reason to make it high. Just keep it really low. Doesn't even really speak. Talking about Kirby? I made him speak. Kirby came out of his shell for me that night. That might be my favorite clip I've ever ever had made
That's
on the
one
channel.
that's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I really, really like that clip a lot.
That is a good one.
I didn't know how good it was until I saw it because it's all about the timing. I think it was Dirty Habanero that made it. And he didn't even mean to. He just did exclamation point clip. But the way it perfectly ends with, oh no, guys, death plus one. And then it just ends. I was just like, that's the best. The timing on that is just the best. So that was a really good time. And that was courtesy of Meepo. Meepo came in with a big support that night and another raid too. Alrex, I'm sorry, who has been really supporting us lately on Discord, coming from Lurk Force, bringing on a lot of those guys. Thank you so much to them. But Meepo also used Truth and Dare for the first time. I think it's the first time we've ever gotten a Truth and Dare. And he made me eat a pickle sandwiched with Vegemite.
Interesting. How was that? Okay.
It was salt overload. It
Was
was
it really?
the saltiest salt ever. It was just copious amounts of salt. So yeah, it was bitter and like it was bad. It was really lousy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't like throw up bad. It was just like, oh my god, so much salt. But I was happy to do it because his question was name the most unattractive thing about Kristen.
Oh God.
So he clearly was setting me up. He was like, "You're gonna do the dare. I know
He's
you're
like,
gonna
I know
do
how
this."
to-
So
He knew how
I
to
decided
work
to
you.
go with the dare. Yeah, he
Oh,
worked me.
man.
He worked me hard. All right. Well, anyway, Mike, we are moving on to.
Absolutely.
Wait, hold on a sec. Did I play anything else this week?
I was gonna say.
Oh, I
didn't
played
play-
episode Prompto.
Oh, I saw you play that. That's right.
Real quick.
I almost jumped into
Much better than Gladiolus.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I was really surprised, man. They have like a full third-person shooter in there.
Yeah.
It's like Metal Gear, pretty much. Like I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Also, I just liked that it was more story focused. It was like is more separated, but also still attached to Final Fantasy 15. Where Gladiolus is like, what does this even matter? He's going to
Right.
fight Gilgamesh. Like, what does this have to do with anything besides him
For
getting
what
another
reason?
scar?
Right, exactly.
It
Because he doesn't even come back with a sword, does he? Or no, he does, doesn't he?
he comes out with a scar, as far as I remember, and that was it. I can't even remember, honestly.
It's so
but-
weird that they have him do that whole thing. Maybe that's why they cut it out of the game originally. Because
Maybe.
they're like, maybe this is pointless.
But Prompto was really cool, and I really liked the relationship building between him and Arnea. Because I love her, man. She's the lightning of Final Fantasy 15. She's just a badass chick, and now she's getting her own episode
Right.
in the next DLC pack. So, really good stuff. I liked episode Prompto, and I'm excited for Ignis.
Someone was like, so is Final Fantasy 15 like all turn-based like the other Final Fantasies? It's like, well, Andrew's running around with an SMG, a sniper rifle, a rocket launcher, doing barrel rolls in a giant
like Resident
open
Evil.
world.
It was-
Yeah, nope, it definitely feels a lot like old school Final Fantasy.
Yeah, man. They've come a long way. They changed
Yeah,
things
right?
up. I was cool with it, though, because it's an episode. It's like its own thing. It's kind of cool that it has different mechanics to it.
Right.
And now that they've incorporated all that into the main game too, with the Royal Edition, like you can switch characters and you can go in the third person mode and shoot with
Right.
Prompto in Final Fantasy 15.
Imagine that in VR.
Oh my god! Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Thank you so much for the follow from Navuti. But anyway, as I was about to say, let's move on to the community focus segment of the show, our first of the night, question of the week.
You are all over the place with that one. Community question of the week is where we put on our Discord at discord.gg/the level up show a question posed to you. Oh, sorry, / the level up network.
There you go.
Because we have to make it complicated. Discord.gg
Everything is network now. The only thing that's not
/ the level up
network.
network.
No, there's nothing. I think everything is
Oh,
level up
did we
network.
finally
at this
integrate
point.
everything
I'm
in the
pretty
network?
sure the only
I
thing
thought,
that's not.
was it like the email and then something else?
Everything
show?
is except technically Twitter because they don't have enough characters.
That's right, that's what it
So
was.
that's LVL
That was the
up
other-
network.
right.
But we're network everywhere. We're not show anywhere at this point. So let it go,
Discord.gg
Mike.
/
Let it
level up
go.
show.
Except right there.
I was gonna say it's
Except right
everywhere.
there. Well, this is the level up show. This will always be the
All
level
right,
up show. a part
guys,
of the
go to
Level
our
Up Network.
Discord at discord.gg / the level up network, where you can answer this community question of the week. We pose a question to you guys and want your answers so we can just tear them right the fuck down. This
my
week's
God.
question was, which video game series would you guys like to see spun off to incorporate a Battle Royale mode? How would this game's Battle Royale mode differentiate itself from the pack? Get creative with what makes your mode special. Now, I'm going to say out here, I see you guys have answered. Not
have
one
four.
of you is Rick. So I'm going to tell you, I already have the best idea. And I'm going to give that at the end. So
And probably the Gryffindor. Because Dumble douche over here. Double
Yeah.
dick, double
Yeah, man.
dong.
all right, Guitar Freak was the first one to respond with, I think any Assassin's Creed game would have a cool take of Battle Royale. Not only do they have a massive map to begin with, but it would also have a really good weapon base with swords, daggers, guns, etc. Has a bunch of costumes, which could be put to different levels of armor that are scattered throughout the map. Players could enter through the map riding a hawk or a vulture or any kind of large bird. How big do you think a hawk is? Guitar Freak. Because I will tell you right now, it is not as big.
You can't ride them in Assassin's Creed?
No, you cannot ride a hawk. Can
You can in Shadow of the Colossus. You can grab one and fly up.
Andrew, how big do you think a hawk is?
Sometimes they're pretty freaking big, man.
With your hands, show me how big a hawk is.
Are we talking about wingspan? Because wingspan can be like a good 6-7 feet.
For a hawk?
I think so. For like a big hawk, like a real big one, like a mystical one.
Also,
Lord of
what
the
would be
Rings.
really cool is they can also include different maps from each individual Assassin's Creed game to choose from. All right, so different. At least he got creative and went really out there with it. Assassin's Creed had a very interesting multiplayer mode. Do you remember that with Assassin's Creed 2?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, I think it was Brotherhood.
No, it wasn't 2. Yeah,
was
I think
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood was the first one.
And I actually liked it, but people started really abusing it to where the idea was like you were in a smaller area, and you were a multitude of, I think there was 6 to 8 characters total that you could be, and then there was duplicates of that same character all throughout the map, and you had to see which one was the fake out of all of them. So it was
Okay.
like 8v, it was 8, 1v7 or whatever it was, everybody versus each other. So you had to jump on them. What the problem was is it eventually turned into, instead of people just like calmly walking with the crowd and trying to talk to people and blend in and not, give themselves away or anything, it eventually turned into, you know what, if I run faster than the other guy and make the right turn where he makes the wrong turn, I can just kill him. And so it just kind of abused the system.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how well this would work, but it is different.
I think Ubisoft will be the first one to really introduce a battle royale mode into like a big AAA franchise that they already have, whether it be Ghost Recon or or
Yeah, I'm surprised
Rainbow
they haven't
Six
said
or
anything about that for
Division
Ghost Recon or
2.
anything like that. I'm very curious if Division 2 will have a altered version of the Dark Zone that is very battle royale styled.
I would be very surprised if Division 2 did not in some way take advantage of the battle royale craze. I'd be very surprised.
No, I don't blame you. I think it's tailored for that. I mean, the Dark Zone essentially is that already in a way.
There you go.
So
Seto, he says, so I've wore my TLUS sweatshirt for about 2 weeks. Is that an issue? No,
Not
if
unless you haven't washed it.
Yes, you wash it. As long as you wash it, you're good, man.
Nudo's order said, Guitar Freak. You know what? Oh, you're on Drew's team, aren't you? Oh man.
Oh, wait, hold on now. We're still Harry Potter houses here. This will always be Harry Potter houses. This does not change the game.
Fine, 100 points to Slytherin.
100 points of Slytherin. He deserves more than that.
Fine, 102 points to Slytherin.
There you go.
Nudo's order responded with BioShock Battle Royale. No, this is different. Massive underwater map. You don't exit out of any vehicle. You were kidnapped by Andrew Ryan and put you through this test where winner gets to be in his city. You wake up Saw style in this underwater city and you loot rooms for guns, Eve, plasmids, and health vials.
Okay.
Your red zones are pretty much Big Daddy's wiping areas of the map, and you get one special of using the plasmid power. The circle is a herd of splicers slowly closing in on you. To get caught in the herd, you would get attacked by the splicers. I think it would be cool in a different different as a BioShock Battle Royale.
At least he definitely went creative.
I was
He
gonna say,
thought about
this was out there, man.
Yeah, he came up with something creative.
I don't know how could you make this work?
It's tough. I think because of the way BioShock is structured now, with it being corridors and this and that, it's kind of tough because I feel like Battle Royale works best on an open map.
World, right?
Open map. Hey, Critically Awkward with the big auto host. Thank you so much. If you're here, Critically Awkward. Donk Show is here, so there you go. Thank you so much. 13 viewers coming in from that. Yeah, so I think it has potential if they could find a way to make it feel more open. But otherwise, no. If it's just corridors, I
Maybe
think
that's
kind
what
of
that new
defeats the purpose.
BioShock announcement was.
But we're kind of trapped in a bubble right now when it comes to how we look at Battle Royale.
They were trapped in a bubble under sea.
That's true as well. But maybe somebody needs to be the one to be like, hey, this is the way you've seen Battle Royale, but it's not the way it has to work. Like, it can
Right.
work in other ways. Somebody's just got to be the one to go there.
I mean, Battle Royale doesn't have to essentially be 100 people.
No.
It can actually be a multitude of people bigger than a normal, multiplayer game. Or
50.
like that would be. Right, so imagine if they did like 40 people in a larger scaled BioShock area, with the twists and turns, but a lot of hiding places, and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, the essence of Battle Royale is not that it's 100 players. It's that you start in a position, the map gets smaller, and you die once and you're dead for good. You know, there's no respawn. You're trying to survive to be the last one standing. It's kind of just a little bit of a twist on maybe even like King of the Hill. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a twist on what's already come before. It's just a tweak on that.
Right.
But either way, I like the creativity in this answer.
I do like the creativity. I don't know what the fuck he was smoking, but I liked it a lot.
Something
so,
good.
that was 2,000 points to Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. 2,000 points. Way to go, Hufflepuff. On the board.
Way to not be on Andrew's team. A Gorgian Beast responded with the Red Dead Redemption 2 Battle Royale would be awesome. Instead of vehicles, you have to find horses or carriages. The twist in this Battle Royale mode is that there are animals that attack you and the other players, so not only should you be aware of other outlaws, but animals as well. Maybe if you skin certain animals, you get materials to create some kind of body armor or such. In regards to how players would drop into the map, that's a tough one.
I put maybe hang gliders on there because he actually attached an image that I don't have in here. But the image he had was from the original Red Dead Redemption. Mm-hmm. There was that guide you found on top of the cliff that was creating the hang glider. And I think he ultimately plummeted to his death. I can't remember for sure. But yeah, that's something that's already in the Red Dead Redemption universe. So you could do hang gliders. I like the idea of it somehow being connected to the railway system and trains. But how do you make that work?
But there's no way, because then you'd only be able to be at the edge of the map.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know how you make that work. So maybe it'd have to be hang gliders. There's got to be a way to make that work, but I don't know what it is myself. I'm not a game developer. It's up to you guys. Once again, I would be very surprised if Red Dead Redemption 2 did not have some take on Battle Royale.
Hear me out.
Okay. I'm listening.
All right. So we use your train system thing. You know how in Battle Royale you have a
I didn't invent trains, Mike.
I'm giving it to you. Okay. You're welcome. So, you know how in Battle Royale you're on a plane normally, and then you just parachute down?
Uh-huh.
Well, if this one, you're on a train, and then they shoot you out of the train with a cannon, whatever direction you want to go towards.
Well, that seems maybe a little even unrealistic for the Red Dead world, but, I mean, they have done zombies before, so.
What does it say?
I guess they could just kind of go off the rails with Battle Royale and just make it real quirky.
I have tons of ideas for Battle Royale games. You could do one. I had the idea for zombies.
Hot air balloons.
Where you're a zombie and you actually have to go and eat the other players and consume their flesh. And the way that you actually spawn to the map is you just pick a spot and you just come up from the ground.
Cool.
You just, the beginning of the
I
game,
saw somebody
just, like, reaching out.
And I think this has already been mentioned by multiple people, but somebody was saying The Last of Us 2 would be a really good one for Battle Royale. Like, imagine that the clickers, kind of in the same way with the infected with Bioshock that he was talking about, but imagine the clickers being the circle that closes in, and instead of dying, if you get killed by a clicker, you become a clicker and you stay on the map, and your job at that point is no longer to spectate, it's to actually hunt down other players. So you kind of are still involved if you want to be. I thought that might be an interesting way to go about it. And especially considering what they did with The Last of Us already with the hunters versus fireflies, I feel like they kind of already have a handle on that kind of squad base. I feel like it could work. I feel like they have potential to do Battle Royale. That one's not, I'm not one to say like, yeah, they're going to do it for sure. Red Dead and Division, like, I'm very up there. I think that's a strong possibility. Last of Us 2, not as much, but I think it could work if they did do it.
Interesting.
Just me. How many points to Gorgian Beast?
All right, Gorgian Beast is going to get... Didn't they already... Actually, let me clarify. Didn't they already say the Battle Royale mode is going to be in Red Dead Redemption?
No.
I thought they did.
I'm
I
almost
thought we
positive
talked
they
about
have
this,
not.
So they almost confirmed.
We
it's
just
gonna be
keep
there.
saying we think it's going to be, but I don't think they've
thought
confirmed
we almost confirmed.
Chat, do some research for us, please. No, I don't think so.
Tentatively, 5,000 points to Gorgian Beast and Ravenclaw. Also, if it was already confirmed, 300 points to Ravenclaw.
Smaller.
Wormcoat, I don't know why you're not hyped for Red Dead 2, but geez, man.
I think we'll get more hyped as we get closer. Right now,
Maybe.
even my hype isn't that high because the story trailer didn't do that much for me. I need to see gameplay. I need to see like a gameplay demonstration, probably at E3 or maybe shortly after, somewhere closer to release. Once I see that, the hype train will be in full effect.
Finally, we got Kelly Jellyfish, who said Skyrim Battle Royale.
Oh man,
Everyone drops
playing
in
to the crowd
on dragons. The twist: you have your Fus Ro Dah shout. It instantly kills whoever you shout at, but you can only use it once.
Wait, say that again. What is that supposed to mean?
Fus Ro Dah?
Fus Roda? That's
Yeah.
what they call it?
Yes, that's his dragon shout.
Fusroda!
Yeah, that's what he says.
When I read that, I was like, is she on drugs right now? Fusroda!
So have you ever heard the dragon shout in
No,
Skyrim?
I've never played Skyrim.
I know you never played Skyrim, but like
No, I
you
have never
heard,
even
like,
really
the,
seen
the
Skyrim.
voice of the shout or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, so he just yells it. It's basically another language. It's like dragon speak.
Okay.
So there's different
It's like
ones.
parcel
but
tongue.
Fusroda is the most common one in Skyrim because it's the first one you learn, and it's like the force push. So,
Okay. Force push. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
but you can only use it once, and doing so will reveal you to every enemy player on the map. Instead of a storm, it's a wall of fire closing in on you. I'd play the hell out of that.
I'm sure you would, Kelly.
I'm
What about
sure
you, Mike?
she
Would you
would. That's
play the shit out of
interesting.
that?
I feel like she's onto something there, and I like it, but I would want to roll with it a little bit more. I think it's a little difficult to just give them the foo shout and only having it be once. I like that as a mechanic that you can use maybe, but I think that having the ability to find the other either find tomes that you can pick up the spells with, and
So
armor
wait,
and
hold on a
that.
sec. This is the second time you've said this way. Is this just the way you say tome?
You know what a TOMES tome?
You say tome. So you call it Tome Raider?
Hold on. You do know that there's a difference between TOMES and TOMB?
What are you saying? Are you saying BS or ES?
ES.
Okay.
Tome.
Okay.
Like a book.
I thought you were saying
No.
TOMB.
No.
And I was just like, is this just the way he says tomb? Because if so, we need to discuss this.
No. Tome. Thank you.
I need to
Dirty
give
Hobby
you
guy.
my.
He understands.
I need to give you my dictionary or something.
No, he understands what I'm getting.
Okay,
at.
tomes.
So you find
Different-
tomes
different
for math is math. You find tomes. Yeah, tombs are burial chambers. Tomes are books.
Okay.
So you find tomes that can give you magical spells, or obviously like your bow and
Gotcha.
sword and everything like that. And then the thing closes in.
A tomb of tomes.
A tomb of tomes.
A tomb of tomes.
There you go.
A tomb of tomes. A tomb of tomes.
Right. Exactly. There you go. But I like it. I like where she's going with this. So, Kelly, I'm going to give you 1,000 points to Hufflepuff, which gives Hufflepuff the cup tonight. But wait!
We all knew it was coming. Dumble Dick is here.
Rick and I have consulted together. So, the greatest Battle Royale, inarguably, because I'm making this show right now, Pokemon Battle Royale. You start out in the map with with like a slew of Pokeballs, no Pokemon. You find a Pokemon, you have to find a low-level Pokemon and capture it. You then walk around the map, either finding other Pokemon and either hoping you do or do not run into other trainers. If you found a Pokemon that you like and you want to level them up, the only way to do so is fighting other trainers. But if you lose your one Pokemon that you have, you are then out. So the risk is, is it worth you trying to level up your Pokemon by fighting other trainers, or is it better to try to find other other Pokemon in the map and try to capture them in place of the one that you have, because you can only have one at a time.
Can you collect more than one?
No, you can only collect one at
You
a time.
get your one Pokemon and that's it.
So you collect one. So you go into the map and you're like, crap. Okay, there's a Rattata right there. There's a Pidgey over there. Blah blah blah. This and that. And you throw it at the whichever one you want to get. If it doesn't work, you have a rock. You can then throw it at the Rattata.
Can your Pokemon evolve?
Hold on, let me get there. So if you capture it, you have that one Pokemon, right? So you're walking through the map more, and now you see like a Squirtle. Now Squirtle is a higher level, so you're going to need to be able to fight it, but you don't know if your Rattata is going to be able to take it down or not. So you could try to do it with Rattata, but if the Rattata dies, you're now out. So you can try to level it up. But the only way to actually level your Pokemon that you have in your pocket right now on you is by fighting another trainer. So if you fight multiple trainers, let's say you fight like each Pokemon is going to have a certain level of fights it has to win to be able to rank up. So like a Rattata, because it's such a low level normally, to go to Eradicate would have to fight 2 trainers to be able to be Eradicate.
1 million points to Gryffindor! Gryffindor wins the House Cup! No,
Tell me that's not
it's a cool
fucking
idea.
cool.
I think the only problem potentially is it sounds like it would be a really long game.
Oh, it would absolutely be a long game every single
Yeah.
time. But I'm also thinking that there would be 2 different types of multiple different types of games. So where there's a you versus 20 other trainers, or a you versus 50 for the longer games, but maybe the 50 has other stipulations to it, and everything like that.
I think it might need to be simplified. If
could.
it's going to be a battle royale that's accessible.
Yeah.
Because that's why people like Fortnite more than PUBG in a lot of ways, because it's in and out, quick, in and out.
Right.
PUBG
Grizzled
is like
Grizzled Bear says that it was too hard for me to pitch. Was that a hard pitch? No, I would just go.
it's just a little lengthy because there's a little too much to it. I think is the problem. That's where the problem is going to be.
Well, any battle royale. Imagine the original battle royale.
I
game.
think that could be something that's not battle royale. I think that's just the nature of Pokemon Switch, is that you're just in a persistently online world and everybody's always there. You create your trainer and you drop in there and you find your Pokemon and you're on your way.
Well,
Like,
that's
it.
what I positioned was a mode in that.
Right.
saying.
If there was a mode, they would have to simplify it drastically. Maybe you only get one Pokemon and that's it. You drop in there, the first Pokemon you find is the one you choose. If there's like, there's a Squirtle here, Rattata, choose one or the other. They don't put anything like legendary Pokemon in there because then somebody's going to win no matter what.
Right.
It's like all level, 1, Pokemon. You pick up Pokemon or maybe you can choose. Maybe like in your presets, it's like, I want all level 2 Pokemon in here. Oh, I want all level 3 Pokemon in here. Whatever.
Right.
And then whatever Pokemon you get first is the Pokemon you get. And that's it. Make it as far as you can go. I don't know. I just think you need to simplify it if it's going to be accessible in and out style gameplay. But it doesn't matter because Gryffindor wins the House Cup.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 Battle Royale.
I think Dunk Show is on fire tonight, man. He knows what's up. All right. Anyway, we're going to go to the first commercial break of the night. When we come back, we're going to do a little Trophy War stuff, guys. It has officially begun, Trophy War. But we got to come up with bets and punishments tonight.
We do.
So hold on tight. Henry DJP, who's here. Welcome, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Stick around. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back in approximately 60 seconds. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 212. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/Level Up Show. Turn on notifications. Make sure you
listen to every damn word I have to say.
We're going to have to see who said that. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts whenever we go live. We're on 5-6 days a week at this point. So please make that happen if you enjoy what you see here tonight. Of course, the prize wheel is active. We're going to be coming up on our second prize wheel segment of the night in just a little bit. Subs, resub, pledge on Patreon, cheer, tip, host for 10 viewers or more. We're going to be spinning for that big raid that was from, not Critically Awkward. That was the auto host from Critically Awkward, wasn't it?
No, it was
Nerd Stash.
Nerd Stash.
Nerd Stash is going to be getting a spin
20.
for that big raid, like 15 viewers at least. And thank you so much to Zaki24 for the follow. Really appreciate that. Keep them coming, guys. All right, let us get into this week's Trophy War discussion. Everybody should be active at this point.
Yes.
We have officially begun, guys. It started actually at 12 a.m. Eastern Time, where we are here, 12 a.m.
I know
And
a lot of your guys are already active. A lot of
Yep.
my guys are already active.
seems like everybody's pretty much active, which is good. I tried to get things synced up as quickly as possible. It would have been 30 minutes, but Johnny messed it all up on me and made his trophies private. So
God damn it, again?
Johnny messed it all up. He had like another 30 minutes on that. But everybody else was good. I told Johnny he just had to wait while I figured out his stuff. So by 1 o'clock a.m., everybody was good to go. That was just this week. I'm not promising I'm going to be that quick in following weeks. It might be around that 2 p.m. mark that I originally said in the rules, because that is when Eevee takes a nap, which is when I figured I'll do it moving forward. But since it was the start of the war, I wanted to be quick this week and get you guys going. I know a lot of people were like antsy to start earning trophies and not have to worry about syncing. So,
God damn it.
Diclonius, don't worry about it, man.
John, I'm not going to keep sitting on your back and watching over you. Please start a fucking game.
Yeah, I know he played some stuff. I know he did My Name is Mayo already. Donk Show just gifted us up the Nerd Stash. That's two amazing people. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
that.
Donk Show.
Nerd Stash is getting 2 spins now. One for the raid and one for being gifted a sub. Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Warmco says, I'm going full on tomorrow. A lot of people already getting in on My Name is Mayo, I noticed.
Yes.
That's like the first one
And
so
then
many people did.
36 fragments. or
Yes,
something
that's the
like
other
that
one. A
in
lot of people are
one.
doing 36
Which
fragments.
actually looks like a fun game.
Yeah. I don't mind saying this because it seems like everybody already knows. Like, people are talking. Like, yeah, I'm doing 36 fragments. Oh, yeah, I'm doing My Name is Mayo.
Yeah.
Seems like nobody's kind of hiding that already. So, things are active. It's not like you guys can't check on each other anyway. It's not that big a deal. But what we do have to discuss is punishments. So what we decided is every week we're going to come here and we are going to without us knowing, we don't know what we're bringing to the table, we're going to present a punishment. The other person has to agree to it. It's not like, I want you to take a shit and eat it. Like, no, it's not, like you
Right.
have to agree to that. Like, like not everything is on the table. Like, we're allowed to be like, no, sorry, man, that's too much. So we have to come to agreement on this. And the way it works is by the end of the tournament, whoever loses has to do all of the punishments. So we have the next 4 weeks to come up with punishments, and when it's all said and done, whatever those 4 are, the losing team has to do them.
Take a shit and eat it, put that on the wheel.
That's the first thing that came to my mind for some reason. Take a shit and eat it. So I have one in mind
Okay.
that I came here with this week. I don't know if you want to go first or
No, you
second.
can go ahead.
All right, so I wanted to keep it not too crazy for the first week.
Right, absolutely.
So I decided to kind of dip back into past things, and I decided to take 2 different ones and hybrid them and do like a little spin on, and I thought it would be kind of fun. So what I want to do is bring back lemon juice for one.
Okay.
I remember Greg doing that, and it was bad, but it wasn't like habanero pepper bad,
Yeah.
where he was like out of commission for an hour or 2 upstairs and then shitting his brains out the next day. Like I think we're kind of against putting ourselves through that much agony.
My
But there
God,
is
that
potential
was the best
for
thing
this one
ever.
to go pretty badly for you, because here's the way it works: is we're gonna have shots on the table of lemon juice, however many we need, because you're gonna drink a shot, and then I'm going to handpick a collection of user reviews for Borderlands 2. I'm gonna make it important, the ones that I choose. I'm gonna choose the ones that I like for you to read.
Interesting.
You're gonna
I like
read
this.
these Borderlands 2 reviews emphatically. You are going to read them as if you were the person who wrote them. I want to feel the emotion of the person who wrote them. If you at all break from that, if you pause, if you show any like, oh, this sucks, anything at all, you take another shot. You must go through all Borderlands 2 reviews that I pick like they are your own. Okay?
All right. This is,
Okay.
I like this. This is different. I
Okay.
like this.
That is my first
All right.
my first punishment for you.
So,
If you guys didn't know,
similar-
Borderlands 2 is one of Mike's favorite games.
Yes, I'm actually very happy you didn't do Fable. For some reason, when people
Here's the thing.
it riles me the fuck up.
I was looking. Well, maybe I'll switch to Fable now. I was looking for
already know.
Fable. I was looking for
That's already
Fable, and I couldn't find like. Maybe it's just too old. Is a problem.
Maybe.
I couldn't
'Cause
find a lot of good stuff.
You know what? It actually bothered me that like Kyle Bossman is always talking about like people like, oh, this game's not made for you, like, especially when people talk about like Nintendo games and then he goes and shits all over Fable
Mm-hmm.
and he basically just says I don't like the game. You know, it's just like the game's not made for you, you fucking twat. Like
Like let us know
fuck
they
the
will
hell
not
up.
be from Metacritic, IGN, because Borderlands 2 reviewed
Yeah.
well. But I will tell you, there are some salty reviews.
Every single
for
game
Borderlands 2
has
and
a bad
users.
review on Steam.
user reviews for Borderlands 2. There's some stingers in there.
Right.
Some real harsh ones that I'm excited
Alright,
for you to read.
So
Mike.
in very similar fashion to not wanting to go extreme.
Okay.
Now I didn't do anything with food or liquid or anything like that. I am going towards your favorite movie actress. So you have
Barrymore?
to watch 2 of Drew Barrymore's best films.
What are they? Like Never
So-
Been Kissed?
Never Been Kissed.
I knew it! I knew it was going to be Never Been Kissed! I knew it! I knew it!
And Charlie's Angels.
That's a bad one.
And you have to memorize a scene from each one of those movies and be able to reenact them for us live on the show.
Did I ever tell you that I saw Never Been Kissed in theaters?
No,
I probably should. I've shared this story before. I know I've shared this story. The only reason I saw it is because it was supposed to show the trailer for The Phantom Menace in the second movie.
Tell me this.
The second
I
movie
forgot.
was Wing Commander, which, as we all know, oh my god, what a bad movie that was. So we waited through all of Never Been Kissed for Wing of Commander to be the second movie in the double feature. Supposed to have Phantom Menace as the trailer before it. Maybe because it was a double feature, they didn't do trailers, so they just didn't do the trailer for Phantom Menace, and then we sat through the agony of Wing Commander as well. So what a night that turned out to be. And I'll
That's
be
so
honest with you,
funny.
Never Been Kissed was the better movie
I
than
believe
Wing
it.
Commander.
Well, you know what's funny is I almost said Wedding Singer originally. I was like,
Wedding
wait, no,
Singer's great.
that's a fucking
That's a great movie.
that's
Drew
an Adam
Barrymore
Sandler
couldn't even
movie.
bring that movie down.
Like, there's no way that he's gonna hate that one. So Fever Pitch was the other one, but I remember how terrible Charlie's Angels was.
Ooh, with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
You like that?
I'm okay with it.
I thought that was different.
Memorize a scene for each of those movies and reenact them. It's not going to happen anyway.
Like
'cause we're
Drew
gonna win.
Barrymore's lines. And
Yeah,
you have to
we're gonna
be
win,
able to
so it doesn't
pretend
matter.
like you're her.
That's cool, man. I like it. I like the creativity there.
Thank you.
It's good. I like it. I have one, man, that I really hope you're going to accept. It'll probably might be my week 4 one, but man, it's a doozy.
I know what my week 4 one.
My week 4 one is a doozy. I hope you will accept it.
I'll tell you right now, multiple people will benefit from your end of the challenge.
Same with mine. A lot of people would really benefit from the one I have in mind
That's
for you.
so funny.
Including us, in all honesty.
Yeah, probably.
So it's kind of maybe a little bit greedy on my end, but I feel like for it to really reach the heights of what I have in my mind, it needs to be something that utilizes the community as well. And that's all I will say about my week 4 one.
Interesting.
But it's going to be good. Drew, your team better win. I have 500 XP riding on it, and that's a good thing to bring up because I was about to move on to that. Guys, all week I've been pushing during my game streams that you can bet on who will be the ultimate winner of Trophy War. That means after the 4 weeks, once we've added up all the points throughout the weeks, which team comes out on top overall with the higher amount of points earned during the war. So you can bet right now, and I'm going to give you an example in the chat. All I got to do is exclamation point TW bet, and then put in Team Andrew or Team Mike. I'll put in Team Andrew just because it's me. And then after that, just put in between 10 and 500 XP. It doesn't really matter how you type it because it's just logging it for me to see, but try and make it in the format that I just put in the chat there. It will then say bet successfully placed. That means that it has been logged in a Word document for me to see. And that way I can add you guys in to the pool for the pre-war bets. This is actually the pre-war one that will last the entirety of the war. We're also going to have a bet for you guys each and every week of the war. And we're going to announce that now as well. But I'll give you guys a moment to bet on that while we discuss. So my week 1 bets, and I made a point to mark down everybody's starting platinum number. How many platinums you have right now. So the bet for this week will be throughout week 1, and that doesn't mean one team or the other. That means both teams, all of the players involved in the Trophy War, how many platinums are going to be earned in the first week of the Trophy War. And I'm going to let you guys go with whatever number you want. Let's let that one go in first for a little while. And then you guys can choose 10 or 500, whatever you want. And based on what you guys submit, I will choose categories. Maybe it'll be 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60. I'm not going to go individual numbers, because that would be kind of ridiculous. I'll do ranges based on what you guys submit. But we got a few coming in. There you go. Donk Show. Seto already is in there. So Seto, don't worry about that. I already have you. Crazy Legs, thank you so much for the support.
Keep in mind, guys, my team has a Rick.
Keep in mind, my team has 14 players versus Mike's 11.
Okay. It's about the quality, not the quantity.
I know. There's a reason that Rick is worth multiple players. That's why we needed more on our side. So Seto, you were already
confident. Use that as fuel to take him down. Listen, here, you want to know what's something funny I found very interesting?
Go ahead.
The entire time in my chat, I've been guys, I like how you guys have been going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up. I like how you guys, the positivity you're bringing. Just let me know what you guys need from me.
Yeah.
I'll be right here for you. That's all I need. That is how I coach. Now, I don't know about you, you guys should play this game. I know there's a lot of talk
Not really.
usually about, you guys should make sure you're playing this and then doing this and that. So I just want to say, I have a very laid back, maybe it's confidence, maybe it's cockiness, but I just know my team, and I know that they're actually a bunch of good group of people that they're going to really perform.
I'd say we're in the same position. I'm trying to be as laid back as possible. I'm letting the team themselves suggest games. A lot of that's going on between the team members themselves. A lot of positivity. The guys are really amped up, and I'm just trying to share that positivity. I'm trying to cheer them on. I'm their biggest cheerleader, is what's going on right now. I'm their coach and their biggest cheerleader. Mike yelled at me. I have to ask for permission to play Fortnite now, Saturdays. This is probably true. Yes, this is true.
A little bit.
It's a little true. Not surprised at all.
Johnny is a special case.
Yeah.
Remember in school, that kid that, the teachers knew that the kid was smart, but, he didn't want to do a goddamn thing, so they really had to, kick him in the ass by, telling his parents to do everything. Hey, this is coming up, make sure they do this. Hey, this is going on, make sure that you know about this and that. Hey, Johnny, have you done this yet? Well, maybe you should get working on that. Hey, Johnny, that's exactly what he is. He is that kid. He has potential, but he likes to
he's even screwing me up. Won't even sing his trophies properly.
Right.
Put him
See?
in private.
Exactly.
Drew's team is better than Mike's one-man army.
One man.
Oh, my.
Wow. Guys.
Laying down the gauntlet. Laying down the gauntlet there,
So
man.
apparently, I don't have anybody, Ginkgo Swag.
You have a promising team.
Yeah.
I'm playing positivity on both sides. You have a very
Absolutely.
promising team. I think we have the better team.
I have 4 weeks to earn trophies. I can play Fortnite for 3.
Johnny's gonna hate us by the end of this all, man. He's gonna hate us so much, but it's worth it
I hate him.
for the win.
hate
To
him
see
so
me do reenactments of Drew Barrymore films, like
Right.
I know you guys want that to happen, but I really want you to read some of these reviews I've been seeing for Borderlands 2. They're so harsh, man. They're so
funny.
freaking harsh. It looks like all the votes are in. So once again, guys, I'll do an example. Very simple. Just do TW bet. And if I were to guess, I'm going to say, like, I think a good 75 platinums are going to be earned in this first week. I honestly do think that. So that's how I would type it in. TW bet, 75 platinums. That would be my bet. I'm not going to count that, of course, towards it. But you guys are now free to also bet on the number of platinums that will be earned through both teams combined throughout the first week. That will be this week's bet, and I haven't even figured out what next week will be. Maybe we can talk about like an idea for the second week's bet. But they're going to be things like that. I feel like things that are kind of
Along those lines.
like statistics type stuff. I figured that would be kind of more interesting than like attacking one or the somebody.
Yeah, no,
like,
that
you
would
know,
be,
like,
yeah.
like who's gonna be the best player? Like, no, I'd rather keep it just stats, like overall stats. Derek goes with 69. Crazy Legs with 50. Interesting. And so cooldown? What the shit? Let me turn that off then. I didn't realize that had a cooldown. There should be no cooldown on that. All right, TW bets.
Ooh.
I'll turn off the cooldown right now, guys. TW bet. There you are. That's weird. Oh, it's got a 5-minute user count cooldown. How'd that happen?
I'm gonna mess it up.
All right, there you go, guys. TW bet should be good to go now. If it said that you were on cooldown and you couldn't put it in, try again right now. And if that happened earlier as well with the team that you wanted to bet for, feel free to do that as well.
Message incoming. I love you guys, and Drew's team is best.
Woo woo. You sound like a big choo-choo train.
Fuck was that noise?
No, feel free to bet on both guys as long as you do it right with TW bet and then space and then just put Team Andrew 500 or put 69 platinums. Just let me know what you're betting on. It'll log it for me to put it into the bet pool so that we can make that happen after all is said and done. All right.
I'm gonna need to use your tablet because mine's at 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's dying quick.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Put it on low brightness.
It already is.
Okay. Okay, and I think that is all for Trophy War this week. Very proud of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing really well. Everybody's being really positive, playing along nicely. That's what we want to see. This is all for fun, guys.
Right.
This is it's a community event that's happening right now, and we just want to keep it as entertaining and fun as possible for all involved. So keep it up. Appreciate everybody that joined, and everybody that also is getting in on the bets. Even if you aren't a player, it's a way for you to be involved. Let me check real quick.
We have a few things in there,
We have
I
a
think.
few things that logged earlier. I know we got a Twitch shout out earlier tonight. That was Seto. Seto is going to be getting a Twitch shout out, and we also got a Truth or Dare tonight that I'll have to take a look at. That's really tiny. So, can you read that?
It's so stupid. I dare Team Andrew to play Fortnite for the only game as they play for the next 4 weeks.
There's not even a truth in there. John, do you know how Truth or Dare works?
I don't think so.
You have to do a truth or as well.
Do
a
you
question.
see why I'm mean to him and what I'm working
This is
with?
what we're dealing with, man. That's what we're dealing with.
This is exactly why I don't need any credence to him complaining about me being mean.
Well, let's do a Twitch shout out for our good friend Seto,
chose Dare
who
for
bet
you.
on Team Andrew tonight. So everybody on Team Andrew especially, go to Seto's channel. He's in our chat right now. EXG Seto. Give him that follow. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts when he next goes live. I'll be completely honest with you, Seto. I don't think I've ever caught you live, so I don't know what your schedule is like. But that's why people need to turn on notifications. Make sure they get an alert when you do go live so they can see what you're all about. He's been supporting us for quite a while now. Seto101. He changed his name. EXG Seto is now Seto101. He teaches you how to be a Seto.
Like Seto Kaiba.
Yeah. Exactly. So please give him that support, guys. He
You
has
have no
supported us.
idea what that is.
No. He's given us that support for quite a while now, and there's a shout out as well from Johnny. Click on that link, everybody. Give him the level up love, as we so love to call it here. Fine, give me my XP back. All right, moving on. We don't have any Will Smith segments for a while. We're good. Okay, let's get into the level update, guys. This is our weekly discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news. First up, in the level update, we talked about Bioshock earlier for Battle
Yeah.
Royale. Well, got good news for you guys when it comes to Bioshock. We might be getting a game in the series once again. According to Jason Schreier, am I saying that right? Is it Jason
Yeah, I
Schreier?
think Schreier.
Schreier? A top secret 2K studio is working on a top secret Bioshock game. Game Informer was the one to write this. A new report reveals a secret studio from publisher 2K is working on a new entry in the acclaimed Bioshock series. Kotaku editor Jason Schreier, in the feature titled "How the Makers of Mafia 3 Lost Their Way," researched developer Hangar 13's changes in the past year and a half. Top members ranging from Mafia 3's senior producers to design leads and its art director were laid off in February or moved on to different avenues in the industry. Others, however, quote, moved to a top secret studio next door to work on an unannounced new Bioshock game. Schreier reports, he also says in a tweet that it's a 2K studio behind the project. Here's the exact tweet, just to read it off. Among other details I learned while reporting this story, right next to Hangar 13, a top secret 2K studio is now working on a top secret new Bioshock game. And we will put a poll in the chat for you guys, of course. This is the remastered edition of Bioshock up on screen. What should be the setting of the next Bioshock? Should it be back to beneath the sea? Should it be up in the clouds again? Should it be going as far as space this time? Or do you have something else in mind entirely? What about you, Mike? Where do you want Bioshock
My
to
thought
go?
went right to space. They went underwater. They went in the atmosphere above
Mm-hmm.
our planet. Why don't we just go into free floating space? There's no more
Why
confined
not?
areas. Because I mean, let's say in water, you can at least escape into,
Right.
the surface. And you can always find land. But this, you're not really like. If you're wandering out of the spaceship, you're kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. So
I'll be honest, like I couldn't think of anything else. I was trying to put more into this poll, like more options, and I was like, where else can they go? I really don't know. Like, where do you go besides underwater, in the sky, or space? Like, where else do you go?
I don't know, but there's always a lighthouse.
Yes, there has to be a lighthouse, right? There's got to be a man, a city, and a lighthouse, right? Those are the three. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely got to be some other ones. How about underground? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah,
That's
you could
different.
do like mines or something. That's a possibility. Mines, underground, ant colony. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was having a tough time thinking of some other ones. So I'm seeing some others going in there, but most people are voting for space, the final frontier, as we call it, Mike.
Well, I mean, if you want to think about it, Girls on Bear, they are all technically different dimensions.
Yes, I mean that's the whole point of Infinite, right?
Yeah.
Which I thought was such a cool way to go
love that.
about it. Yeah,
I love that so much.
that was a great story. I like the story of Infinite more than the first one, actually.
Yeah.
I know that there's definitely some
There's
flaws. to
a lot
Infinite.
of people that are going to kill you for that, but
Yeah, I understand. I did like the character relationships, between Booker and Elizabeth, and I really liked the trippy alternate dimension twist at the end.
yeah,
I thought that was really
amazing.
amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And when I say space, by the way, I'm thinking like space station. I
Okay.
don't mean like just like on a planet. I'm thinking like the USS.
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, I feel like you could definitely do something creepy with a space station.
exactly.
Right? Yeah. Way to go,
Imagine
guys.
if Alien was good.
Yeah, right. Alien Isolation. It was for a while, man. It was for a while. It took a nosedive in like the last 8 hours. Oh, you're dead already?
That's pretty much
He's
it.
died. The votes are mostly in, and you guys voted to go all the way to space, the final frontier at this point. Thank you for voting, guys. Keep them coming. Moving on to the next story.
Donkey Kong record holder Billy Mitchell removed from Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, boy.
They reported that his achievement was removed, including his high scores and his perfect in Donkey Kong and his perfect Pac-Man run. The organization will no longer recognize his records in the wake of Twin Galaxy's decision to remove his scores from its leaderboards after discovering he didn't use a regulation Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. Quote, Twin Galaxies is Guinness World Records trusted advisor on video game scores, and as such we rely on it to monitor high score gaming records and handle any and all disputes that occur within its community, they said in a statement to IGN. They went on to say that the Guinness World Record titles relating to Mr. Mitchell's high scores on Donkey Kong have all been disqualified due to Twin Galaxies being our source and verification for these achievements. They also explained that since Twin Galaxies was its source of verification for the highest score on Pac-Man and the first perfect score on Pac-Man, Mitchell will no longer be recognized as the holder on either of these records.
Wow.
So, did you see the King of Kong?
I have it on screen right now. It's something I've wanted to watch for the longest
never watched
time,
it,
but
though?
I haven't gotten around to it.
It was definitely interesting, and it was like, wow, this is actually a thing. And like this guy, it's like I don't know how to describe him. He's like, it's one of those like cliche, like, you know how like they make a farce out of shows where like you show this guy, he's like, in the show, like, oh, this guy's living it, but really he's like some minor, like, not even celebrity, but like he's well off, but he's not. That's exactly this guy. Like, he thinks he's like the king of the world because he runs an arcade.
He kind of looks like a car salesman.
He's a complete douche, and you could see that in his personality anyway. So he was completely the enemy of that documentary to begin with.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he's a complete asshole.
So
and
does
there's
this
always
make you
something-
happy then?
Huh? Oh yeah. Well, because and then what? For those that don't know, essentially what happened was it was found that not only was he using a non-regulation cabinet, it was one that he designed himself, and he was friends with the judges, the referees that were watching over his playthroughs on
Ooh.
these.
Wasn't he actually using emulation, which is not allowed?
Right, so that's one of the things. So again, the regulation cabinet is one thing, but the reason they use the regulation cabinet is because it has all not only the components set up in a certain way, they are also running a certain ROM of the game, and his ROM was completely different. That
Right.
allowed for certain glitches. and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
might
that.
have tweaked it potentially even. Although probably unlikely, but still,
Yeah.
that's the point. I mean, that's like, this is how it works. This is why
Right.
Guinness and Twin Galaxies are very serious about this, and it's to make sure that the records that are in place are truly legitimate.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, no, this guy's a complete douche.
Welcome to Cool Casual Gamer, and I also saw Lucifer Belmont, member of Team Andrew. Welcome to the show, man. All that red, I like seeing all that red. Everybody that's on my team changed their name to be red, which is cool.
Interesting.
Oh, speaking of that,
See,
did
I
you,
give my guys freedom to do whatever they want, and they know how to express.
I
their
did not tell them
personality.
to. They did
Right.
it themselves.
But see, that's the thing. That's how things like Nazism starts. They all feel they need a sense of uniformity, and anybody that's not red now will be looked down upon, and then the community that has nothing to do with it gets involved, and now all of a sudden they're not as good as the red guys in the chat. So you guys enjoy it. Have fun.
Did you have a team name besides Team Mike?
Yes, but they wanted to go with Avengers, so we're the Avengers.
You're the Avengers, okay.
Everybody in Discord has already changed their names to respect.
Yes,
Avengers
I've
in
noticed that. Okay, you guys really are the Avengers then. Okay. It
See,
seems
there
like
you go. You will be the first to be purged. Listen, I hope you guys all have a great time and enjoy your gaming.
well, we're Team Pterodactyl.
I enjoy that.
We are Team Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Yes, we're the Pterodactyls.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Yeah, maybe.
Apparently.
All right. Well, anyway, moving on. We got one more story in this first level update. Rare has revealed their plans for the first content release on Sea of Thieves, something that's very much needed, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Rare writes on their blog, our focus for April is to continue addressing the top feedback points, but as we move into May, our focus will shift onto new content. Our first content update, called The Hungering Deep, will release in May and bring with it a new AI threat to the world. Crews will have to work together to discover and defeat this threat as part of a unique event. So that's going to happen. We'll also introduce a number of new mechanics to assist players on the adventure. That's great news and needs it. And there will be unique rewards that players can earn as part of this event. Beyond this, we will begin our weekly events program during May, where we introduce new mechanics and give players fun new ways to play with weekly events and rewards. In the summer months, we'll debut 2 more content updates with Cursed Sails, which will include a new ship type, and Forsaken Shores, which will introduce players to a perilous new part of the world to explore. Similarly to The Hungering Deep, both of these updates will also include new gameplay mechanics, new AI threats to challenge, and new unique rewards to claim. As we've already said, we never wanted to do anything to separate our players, so we're pleased to confirm that all content updates will be available to all players at no cost. That's good news. Everything's good news here. Hopefully it is meaty in the mechanics that it's adding, because everything I heard is like you've got skeletons and you swing your sword at them, and that's about it.
And it sucks because I know they keep saying that they had no intention of putting RPG element into it, but at the same time, why not? What, don't get me wrong, I understand that you want these people to have fun and make a fun game for themselves.
Right.
It's all about
user
the art.
generated.
But at the same time, what does it hurt you to add things to
Quests,
collect?
yeah, and
You know what I mean? How does that how is that viewed as a bad thing?
it doesn't really have like a quest system right now, right?
No.
You're just,
I mean, it does, but they're all pretty much the same thing over and over.
right. It's not very. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it.
Right.
I wonder if they'll pull back on that and go a different direction
Yeah,
with
I
these
have no
new
idea.
updates that they're coming out with.
Wormco, all of our creativity went into different ideas of how to earn trophies. Well, you guys can be concerned with whatever you want. We're just gonna have fun playing games.
Oh
and,
man,
get into some
mudslinging
points.
has started.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand it.
Anyway, very curious to see if Rare can be what Microsoft wants it to be because it sold really well. In that
I
first
intend to
couple
play it,
weeks,
but I
yeah.
don't want to like right now. There's no reason for me to.
I saw some people saying like this has potential to be like the next battle royale, like to that degree.
It has potential to be a lot of things, but it's not right now. It's very little of these things.
Yeah, it has a long way to go, which is kind of crazy considering how long it was in development.
Right.
Right, you think it would be more at this point. Well, anyway, let's move on to our second wheel spin part of the night. I know that we got a big raid from Nerd Stash, so let's start with that. And we might have had something else too. I'll have to take a look at our events since we don't have Kelly tonight to help out. But first, let's spin for Nerd Stash. Thank you so much for the huge raid/host if you are here, Nerd Stash. We love those guys. Everybody give them a follow at twitch.tv/Nerdstash.
There's another one from. There's a 10 viewer host.
Hey, we get to do video game A to Z by ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, there was an auto host from Critically Awkward.
Okay. Yeah, that's what.
That we could count that as well.
Yeah, I mean it's 10.
It was 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Video game A to Z for Nerd Stash, and this one's for Critically Awkward. Donk Show also a part
Right,
of that.
30
of course.
hot, but there's not like there's no diversity to a lot of these things. It's the same thing over and over and over again.
Let's see. Oh, we got the gifted sub. That was it too, to Nerd Stash.
Right.
We're,
okay.
we're doing video game charades. That one is for Critically Awkward. Let's go with Donk Show for that one. Donk Show, if you want to whisper us with a video game title or a video game character for us to charade, you can also choose if you want Mike or myself to be the one to charade it. So make that happen now if you're in the room, Donk Show. And let us know that you are in the room, just so if you are, we'll give it to somebody else. And this one is for the Nerd Stash who received a sub gift from Donk Show. Thank you so much for doing that, man. Really appreciate that. It's a great way to support the channel.
1 month special thanks.
Ah, perfect. Love that. That goes to Nerd Stash then. Nerd Stash is the one that gets
Nice.
the 1 month of special thanks. All right. I'll have to write that down after our trailer of the week. We'll do that first. Let's. So we have video game A to Z.
Mhm.
You want to go first or second, Mike?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Ashura's Wrath.
Borderlands.
Holy fuck! Are you kidding me already?
Come on, man.
Hold on.
I'll give
sorry.
you a little more
All right.
time.
What the fuck? Why am I not thinking of
There's so
anything?
many!
I know. I'm sure I have a ton of them in my freaking library too.
Look at the screen. There's so many. There's so many.
All right, fine. Call of Duty.
My God. Dark Souls.
Nope, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not in that mode tonight. I can't. I'm not. I'm dead serious. I'm so completely.
Wow. Wow. Holy shit, man.
Yeah,
I feel like we need punishment here.
that's fine.
Bean. We're going with a bean. You're doing a bean for this one. That was an epic
That was
fail.
bad. That was terrible. I told you,
Earthbound?
man. I am not. Huh?
Earthbound? No?
I am not on my game.
No, man. Not with that. Holy shit, man. Team Mike, this is your captain.
No,
You do not get blue. You do not get blue. Nobody gets blue. Doesn't exist. All right, Mike. So you've got. Let me
Oh,
look at that
man.
again. I believe that's either rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
Yes, it is. Danny got one the other day. She almost threw up. It was
Did she
funny.
really?
Yeah, it was so entertaining.
Dirty Habanero wants the veg pickle.
No, it's not happening.
I hate when Mike does beans. It makes me want to throw up. He's the worst when it comes to eating beans. I swear to God. Your captain, Team Mike. This is your captain.
It's okay, guys. I took it for you.
Because you epically failed at video game A to Z. Epically. The commander in chief. All right. You all right? You've recovered?
Oh man, that was like coughs that like strain your chest.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, let's see.
Ah.
Donk Show has messaged us, it looks like. Is this a recent? Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, today. All right. He didn't say who. You think you can handle this one?
Probably.
I think I know how I would do it, but
All right.
you're gonna go for it.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
Here's the way I'm gonna go about it.
Give me that mint.
If you, I already put it back.
You fuck.
If you can't get it from them, I want to try as well.
All right.
All right, guys, hold on a sec. We're gonna go in the free cam. You will have a minute and 30 seconds. You can stand over there. That's fine. You'll have a minute and 30 seconds to guess this video game character submitted by Donk Show. If you can't get it from, mine won't count. So if you can't get it in the minute and 30 seconds, that means Donk Show gets 20 XP. If you can get it, everybody in the room gets 5 XP. All right, Mike, hold on. Let's go free cam. All right, and you are go.
No.
I don't think I would get it, honestly.
No, there's so I don't know what else to go with from it.
Keep trying, man. Keep trying.
Close.
Nobody's got it. Got Indiana Jones. We got Pitfall. It's a video game character, guys. Video game character. Red Dead Redemption. No. John Marston. Nope.
I don't know where else to go with this.
Still got 50 seconds. There's still a lot of time on here. There's still a lot of time. Got to think outside the box. Battlefield, Tomb Raider, Far Cry, Lara Croft, Call of Duty. Wow, Intrepid
There we go.
Gamer.
Thank you.
I really did not think anybody would get that. I would have done the worm. That's what I would have done. I would have got on the ground and I would have done the worm because I commit. Way to go. 5 XP to everybody in the room. Very surprised that Intrepid Gamer got that. That's impressive. He really did not give a lot for him to go off of there.
I don't know, man. I mean, Earthworm Jim is not.
You were just like kind of like wiggling and shooting, and then like, I don't
Yes, he takes his head out. He grabs his body
Uh-huh.
and throws it, and he whips it either other characters or he swings like a
impressive.
whip.
Impressive. Yeah. I thought it kind of looked like Noctis to me, like the way you were not because of the gun, but the way you were like it almost looked like you were teleporting. Is what it looked like to me.
No, I was swinging on my body,
Ah,
which doesn't make sense because what's holding the arms?
that's a good question. Very good question. The questions that we always have in gaming. All right. I think that is it. We gave XP to the room. We did the charades. We did A to Z. And I said that I had to do something during... Special thanks. Special thanks goes to... You okay? You
I
gonna
want
throw up?
Durian Waver.
You want a Dorian Waver?
Wafer.
Wafer? Why?
Because I need to get this taste out of my mouth, and it is hurting me.
You think a Dorian wafer is the way to go?
It's fruit, isn't
All
it?
right, well, we'll get a blue one for you.
Isn't it fruit?
I think so, but...
It's not working out in your favor, Andrew.
I get a blue, like, almost all the time, except this time. Holy shit, man. Alright, I'm just gonna have to open it up. Thank you for the follow! That one came from
that's what it
Monsters in Play.
I made her smell the inside of it.
Oh, yeah, you never want to do that. That's nasty. Alright, here you go. Mint or berries, one of the two. What you get?
Mint.
Mint, nice. Minty fresh. Okay. So I think it was Nurse Dashka special thanks. I'll do that during commercial break. Right now, we're going to do trailer of the week.
Ooh,
It's a good one.
it is.
So we're going to switch over to reaction.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet.
I resisted. It's not easy. I resisted, though. Okay.
I liked your and Dean's little exchange about
Yeah.
it, too.
That's the way it is. That's my life now. He's moved on from that life. Just to clear, Dean was like, we were talking about the trailer we're about to watch, which will be Incredibles 2. Spoiler alert. And I was saying I'll wait for Sunday show to watch it, and he's like, "That's not my life anymore." It's like this,
I've moved on.
it's
nice.
I watched
He's
my
like, you know
biggest
what?
challenge is how many times I can watch it by like the next day.
He's
is
like,
he
you know
said.
what? I might just go watch it right now, just
Yeah.
because.
This is my life now. This is what I deal with. I resist watching trailers so we can have a fresh reaction on the show. Incredibles 2 or Han Solo. We already watched Han Solo last week, actually. Kelly and I did. You weren't here for that. Kelly and I did Han Solo. It's on our YouTube if you want to check that out. This week we are doing Incredibles.
Is there a date on those wafers? Yeah, we haven't touched those either.
Where are they? There they are.
Right behind the fish.
I would think they're okay. We haven't even opened them yet.
No.
Let's see.
I'll figure it out. You set it up.
Not seeing anything. Oh, I'm set up. I'm ready to go, man. we're good to go. I think they would probably be good for a little while. Cream Dorian wafers. I don't know. Something skews me out about that. I'm not liking it. Don't open it. I wonder if it smells. No! Don't do it! Alright. What if this stinks up the entire room?
God! Dude!
Did you... Oh!
Oh my god!
No, why'd you open it? Why'd you open it, dude? Why'd you... Oh my god! You destroyed us all! You destroyed us all! There's no way! There's no way! Holy shit, dude!
Why?
We need tape! We need tape or something! Oh no! Oh no, dude! Oh no!
Oh my god!
We're putting it in the other room for now. Oh my god! That is what the fruit was supposed to smell like that day. That's worse. It's still... That's worse than the fruit. That's worse than the fruit, dude. Holy shit. That is disgusting. It smells like beefy farts in here right now.
Oh my fucking
That is
god!
disgusting.
I've never been punked so hard in my life.
I had no idea it was going to be like that. I had no idea it was going to be like that. I can't believe you just opened that, dude.
Dude, I was literally thinking to myself, okay, it's in a sweetened wafer, like candied wafer form with sugar, and it has to smell like fruit. This must be delightful. So I'm like, I can't wait to smell like, holy fuck, like that was a genuine, like I was not expecting that.
And I didn't even put my nose to it. Like I was holding it away. It's,
Oh my
it's
god!
filling the room.
I put my face in it.
Oh, I still smell it. It's on my hands. Shit! It's on my hands. It's on my hands. I might have to go wash my hands. Oh.
It's gonna be all over your iPad and your keyboard.
Oh.
And now your pants. Why are you washing on your
I
pants?
just want to
It's
get off
gonna
my
last.
hands. I just want to
Dude,
get off my
it's gonna last
hands.
in here forever. It's gonna be soaked into your fabrics.
Shit. It's like I stuck my hand right up my ass. My god. Holy shit, man. That was really disgusting. Well, we gotta push it out of our mind.
Oh my god.
We got a trailer reaction though.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't stop! I gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry. I gotta
Oh
wash my
my
hands.
god, dude, it's
I gotta
so
wash
bad.
my hands. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, I keep. Oh,
Stop moving.
I got it. Ugh.
Stop moving. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. It's not on my hands, at least. Oh my god. Drew, bring it upstairs. I can still smell it. Oh my god. Yes, it is. Oh my fucking god. It is insanely bad. This is the show where Mike almost threw it up.
Oh, man.
Drew, it still smells down here.
When I came to the door,
It still smells down here.
The entire room smells.
Can you bring it
It
upstairs?
smells awful down here.
Just leave it in the kitchen. Oh my god, dude.
I don't know what to do with it. Like we need to burn it. Like seriously, this is a problem. Oh my god. You asshole. Why did you do this?
I thought it was fruit. It's supposed to be a fruit.
Seriously, what am I gonna do with this?
Oh my god, it's
I'm
so
gonna put it in the garage.
bad. Put it in your washer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Oh my god. If you eat them all, the smell will go away. Oh man, I don't want to be anywhere near that package. That is fucking dangerous. Oh my god.
Oh, that smell's not gonna go for a long time, dude. It smells down here real bad. It smells so bad down here. It smells just like straight ass.
Like imagine someone farting in a balloon and just leaving it alone for like 8 months, and then the balloon, when you come back to it, has already deflated, but it's that like old rubber smell plus that fart that was lasting in there for the entire time.
It's more pungent
That's what
than
that is.
It smells like somebody cracked their ass open and farted right into my mouth. That's what it smells like. That's what it smells like right now down here. Oh shit, dude. Well, we're gonna have to try our best. It's really hard to even focus right now. It smells so bad down here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, anyway, let's try our best to do this reaction. Welcome. Okay, never mind. You gonna be able to pull it together, Mike?
Yeah. Okay.
Pull it together, man.
Dude, that was far worse than it deserves to be.
So much worse than I was expecting.
What the fuck?
I thought it would be edible. There's no way you can bring that to your
can't eat
mouth.
that.
That's just no way. You have to plug up tight to take that thing in the mouth.
Oh my god.
Calm yourself. We got a show to do here, Mike. It's 11:50 already. All right. Welcome, level uppers.
Stop trying.
You're so red.
Because I'm gagging and I'm laughing at the same time, and I'm hot, I'm in a sweatshirt, I'm fat, I'm not built for this.
Gruß Fraba. Welcome, level uppers, to a live reaction time. The new trailer for Incredibles 2 released this week, and I have been resisting with all my power not watching it so we could do a fresh reaction tonight. Because it was, what, 2 days ago at this point?
Yep.
It was
No,
Friday.
3 days ago.
We're not doing this reaction with you looking like you're taking a shit.
I can't help it.
Like, I can't.
I
Like,
can't help it.
there's
dude.
no way we're doing the reaction this way. You need to get it together, man.
Oh my god.
Get it together. Breathe. Put something underneath your nose or something. I don't know. Get like some of that morgue gel you put under your nose.
You said something about me eating shit. Maybe this was it.
Yeah, I think that might be on the wheel, titled as
Oh my god.
"Take a shit and eat it," because that's what it
Oh
sounds
my
like.
god.
It smells like and feels like all 5 senses.
I've never imagined anything like this before in my life.
Have you tried Febreze? I'm going to.
You're going to a commercial break, right?
Yes, after this, we're going to commercial break, and we're Febrezing the shit out of this place.
God. I just watched
About
this
to
hoodie.
douse this place in Febreze. All right, can you get it together? No constipation
Just
for
do
this
it.
reaction.
Do it.
Do not look constipated during my reaction.
Well, maybe don't have shit foods in your house.
You opened it.
Why would they be labeled as a cookie?
They fooled us all.
They were
fooled us
labeled
all.
as a cookie.
All right.
That was like the mimic of like candy foods.
We're done. Welcome, level uppers, to a live reaction time. We are about to watch a trailer for Incredibles 2. Came out a few days ago. I've been resisting watching it. Have you watched it already?
I have.
You son of a bitch.
I
Why
always
can't you
do.
ever resist watching trailers?
Oh, I don't know, because I like good things, Andrew.
Yes, which is why we should try and make this reaction as fresh as possible. But you had to ruin it. You had to watch it.
They can come hang out around me when I watch these things.
Well, I was cool, guys. I resisted for 2 days. Team Andrew for the win, exactly. Team Andrew. Well, we're going to watch this new trailer for Incredibles 2. I've heard good things. Don't tell me anything. Stop.
Oh,
Oh,
do you remember the one part with the...
Stop it. All right. Guys, let's check out this trailer for Incredibles 2.
And don't freak out at the part where the...
Did you wash your hands? With soap? Did you dry them?
I feel like he's even faster than that, honestly.
Is this all vegetables? Who wanted all vegetables?
I did. So, are we going to talk about it?
What?
The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Mom's new job.
Badass.
Time to make some wrong things right. Help me bring supers back into the sunlight. We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes, and Elastigirl is our best play.
Better than me?
Wow.
Oh, I like Mom's new job. Bye, sweetie.
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
I've already had this
Is
argument.
Math.
I think they actually switch it back.
Honey, how are the kids?
Everything's great.
Is she having adolescence?
And Jack.
He's in excellent health.
What the?
Num num
Oh, shit.
cooking.
Oh my God.
Cooking.
Wow.
How many powers does he have?
Freaky.
You know it's crazy, right? To help my family, I gotta leave it. To fix the law, I gotta break it.
You've got to, so our kids can have that choice.
Thank you, young man.
Oh man.
Combustion
Violet
imminent.
showing off some new
What
powers.
does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robin.
Holy shit.
The screenslaver interrupts this program for an important announcement.
Suit up. It might get weird.
I'll be there ASAP.
Where you going ASAP? You better be back ASAP.
So, is that the big bad? That guy we saw with the mask?
Yeah, the screenslaver.
Oh man. First thing that for some reason I want to talk about is the portals. Do we think that was Jack or do we think that was Violet?
Oh, that was Violet.
It was Violet for sure.
I'm almost
I
gonna
figure
go
it's probably
with
Violet, but we did see that Jack can teleport.
That's
So
a crazy amount of powers.
yes, like how many is he gonna have? Like how, like OP is he? Like he seems like he's gonna be unstoppable.
He's basically Superman, Batman, the Incredible Hulk, and
Anything else you can imagine? Like he's
combined.
imagine like he can also just steal powers. You know, he's got rogue like abilities. He's got so many abilities. I almost wonder if it's a little too much. Where it's like, how do you work around that? He just seems like he's gonna be overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't think they're ever gonna have a version of the Incredibles that has Jack as an adult. Or
Maybe
even
not.
a kid.
I mean, we didn't even get them older in this one, which is a little disappointing in my opinion. I would have liked to see them grow up a little bit.
I guess. I think it's supposed to take place only shortly. I think they actually said that this is gonna pick up where the last
Immediately,
one-
yeah, with the Underminer.
Right.
Yeah, immediately.
So I think it's only going to be in, very shortly after that. So maybe they've gotten better with what they've learned, but not like a lot, which I think also adds a little bit of diversity too.
What was good about this one, the previous trailer, we really just got all Elastigirl and I'm drawing a blank on his name. What's his not? I'm trying to think of his actual name. Can you think of it off the top of your head? The father.
Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, I know that. Obviously, I'm
okay.
trying to think of his actual name.
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank on it.
John.
Sure, John. He's got a name. I can't think of it. But the previous trailer focused almost entirely on him being like this sitcom father. You know, and
Bob.
Bob, thank you. And as much as I like that, I think it's going to offer a lot of humor. It was a little like worrisome almost. Where it's like, is he just going to have like this B movie storyline the entire
Yeah.
way through, where he's just going to be the dad, stay-at-home dad that takes care of the baby?
I think most of what you saw
Oh, shit.
was actually only taking place in the first maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Yeah, probably right.
20,
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Before we maybe even get who the threat of the film is going to be, the Screen Slaver, is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Screen Slaver. Which looks kind of like a dark villain. For
Yeah, it
this.
looks really
Although,
intense.
I mean, the first Incredibles did not.
They didn't play it shy.
Yeah, they didn't play
He was
shy.
okay with killing everybody, including
That
the
one
kids.
scene, man, where he takes the girl and like strangles her, and he's like, I have nothing left," and he's about to break her neck, pretty much. It's like, damn, like Brad Bird went there.
Yep.
I just watched Iron Giants again
Okay.
for the first time. That movie, man, just shows Brad Bird's ability. But on top of all that, just like the animation style, he's got a way, man, with framing scenes. It's even back then, the cinematography of Iron Giants, I thought was above even what you had seen from Disney at the time.
Yes.
I think that was like a showing of Brad Bird's potential, and then he went on to do Ratatouille, Credibles actually, and then Ratatouille, and then this is his first animated feature since then. I think this is going to kill. Bob Odenkirk, so obviously voicing this
Right.
guy here, which is a great.
I
choice
will
for
say
him.
I've never been a fan of what's her name's voice, and it's one of those weird things.
Holly
just
Hunter?
like, yeah, her voice just irks the living fuck out of me.
I think in like real life situations, maybe, but as an animated character, I think she's got a great voice.
Just hearing it, I'm just like, it makes me cringe.
Really?
Every single time.
That's a bummer. Hope you can get past that.
I know, and I mean, I did for the first one. It was
Yeah.
the same in the first one, so it's just something that always like it detracts from it a little bit. Like I don't like seeing her character on screen because of that.
We didn't get too much not Jack. Sorry, Dash in
Yes.
this one.
No, we didn't get it. Actually with either of them.
But we got a fair amount of violets,
No,
which
we
was
didn't
good
get
to
that much.
see.
I didn't think. Well, we got the
You
anger.
got to see like she got like those beams that she threw at the enemy, and also
Right.
if she's the one doing the portals, that's a pretty cool development for her powers.
Yeah.
Very excited to see like what can Dash do besides like speed? Is he gonna have something else? Can he reverse time? Like, do we think we could maybe get there where he's got Flash-like abilities?
Maybe.
I feel like
mean,
they've got to give him something because Speed. When we got Jack, we got Violet, and the others, I feel like he's the odd one out. Where it's like, oh, all you can do is run fast. Like I
all you can
honestly
do
like
is run fast.
I feel like that's what we're dealing with though. I feel like we need something cool from him, and I wonder if it's going to be time traveling abilities or maybe able to slow time or reverse time. That would be a crazy development in the film.
Yeah, maybe.
Like maybe like God, like what if somebody dies? Like what if they go there and Dash has to rewind time and finds out that he can rewind time?
Interesting.
That could be like a really dramatic moment for a Disney Pixar film. Not that they're afraid to go there, as we've seen with many Pixar movies. Coco, God, that movie destroyed me recently.
What was it?
Coco.
Oh, Coco.
Oh
yeah.
my God, that movie wrecked me. So I know that they're not afraid to go there. I would like them to just go all in on this, man. Of course, they're going to have to frame it in a way that kids are not going to be traumatized by it.
But again, in the
it's
same
easy
way
to do
they
that.
did with the first one.
Yeah, it's easy to do that
Right.
because kids don't know any better.
Yeah.
That's why adults are the ones that cry at Up and Inside Out and Coco. You don't see kids crying at that shit. It's
Right.
the adults that are crying because they understand it.
The weight of it, yeah.
The weight of it, and that's what Pixar is so masterful at. So I'm freaking pumped, man. I can't wait for this.
Same.
What was the date? I actually drew a blank on that. I think it might.
Know.
It's not that far away, right? Like a couple months, maybe June.
Oh no, June 15th.
June 15th.
My birthday.
Yeah, man. Oh God, May, June. It's a good couple months ahead of
Yeah, it
us. Very curious to see what you guys have to say as well on youtube.com/levelupnetwork. Let us know your thoughts on the trailer and on our reactions, our feelings in the comments below. Hit that sub button if you enjoyed the reaction and you want to see more, because we upload as many as we can. We record these live on Twitch at twitch.tv/levelupshow. So you are welcome to follow us there as well and try and catch the next live reaction. Until next time, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up. I feel like you almost drew a blank there on what you're supposed to do.
I'm
You're like, oh
trying
yeah,
to
level
focus.
up. We level up on this show.
It's still,
It's going away from
yes.
me now, just because I'm probably getting used to it.
But still,
if I were to
it's-
go upstairs and come back down,
Where is it?
it's in the garage.
Don't tell Kristen.
Don't tell Kristen. I don't feel like I want to put this burden on her
No, just don't tell her and see how she reacts.
with anger, extreme anger.
Yeah, but
and
I'm
aggression.
okay with this.
She'll turn into She-Hulk.
Then tell her. Then blame it on me afterwards.
I will, but that won't repair the damage. It'll be
also
too
okay
late.
with this.
I
I'm
might be
still okay with
dead by
this.
that point.
I'm still okay with this.
I'm blaming it on Jameis. Is I'm blaming it on. He's the one who submitted that.
God,
to us.
I never expected that.
I did not either, man. That was
Oh my
real lousy.
God.
All right. Let us enter a $5 sub gift into the chat. Anyone who's not already a sub can jump in on this. It is exclamation point
Jump
raffle.
in.
Jump in on this. It's exclamation point raffle if you want in. As I said, please, if you are already a sub, leave this to the people that are not yet. That way we can bring them into the community, bring them into the Plus One posse, and have them experience the perks of that. We'll put a 2-minute timer on this. No cost to the tickets. You can only get one, so exclamation point raffle is all there is to it.
Sub gift.
What was that?
$sign sub gift.
Oh, I meant to put 5.
Oh,
Whatever.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
$sign sub gift. $5. $5 sub gift, guys, is what it is. We'll give that to you after the commercial break. So when we come back, we're talking about God of War and the amazing reviews. We're going to talk a little bit about this new Radical Heights Battle Royale game that's come out this week in Early Access and more. So hold on tight. D-Day 486. We'll be back in approximately 60 seconds. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 212. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you like what we're doing at any point, make sure to hit that follow button here at twitch.tv/levelupshow. Turn on notifications, get alerts whenever we go live, which is 5-6 days a week at this point. We got wheel spins coming up a little later in the show. We've done all the ones for now. If you want to get into the next segment, anything worth $5 or more will do it. So that means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, sharing, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more. That includes Twitch Prime subs and also even sub gifting. The giftee will get a wheel spin. We're going to give away a sub gift raffle right now, and that will get a wheel spin in the next segment. So the winner is Dark Side Reactions. Congratulations, man. You are going to be welcome to the Plus One Posse very soon. Turn that off. There we go. And we'll do that. We'll do that before the next wheel spin segment so that you are in it. But right now, we are going to move on to the second part of the level update. First up, in the second part, let's talk about God of War, man.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. I knew it was going to do really well. I even thought like 93, 94 was possible, but it's now jumped up to a 95.
That's insane.
95 on Metacritic in this day and age is really hard to get. Really hard.
Right.
Unless you're Zelda or Mario. Like, then it's a little easier, it seems. But
which is its own issue, though.
Yeah, like, that's just like its own thing. Like, you don't see too many games get this high.
No, not consistently. And I think that's the thing. And I respect him a lot. So when Jason Schreier tweeted out earlier that God of War, consistently from playing it, it's still a phenomenal game. He said, some of them were a little over the top and a little superfluous with how they described the game, but it's still a phenomenal game that everybody needs to play. So that's...
Look at that. Have you seen the PS4 Pro footage?
No.
It does look considerably better on the Pro, in my opinion, especially when it comes to that smoother frame rate in performance mode, which I think is how I'm going to play it. I'm going to go with performance. I think especially for a stream, you guys will notice that more than you would notice the graphical fidelity increases on a stream at, 6 megabit per second.
I like Polygon. My God, those guys are just fucking tools.
At least they gave it a 10, but they had some weird things in there.
Did you put that down in there?
No, I didn't. I mean, go ahead.
Polygon goes in to say that, playing it in 4K is not that necessary. They didn't notice a difference in the quality of the images and all this stuff. Went into all this detail about why they didn't think it was worth it to worry about playing in 4K, and then went on to say that they were playing it on 1080p TV.
So they were just looking at the upscaled version, the super sampled, I should say, the super samples version.
My God, what fucking morons.
That doesn't count. Polygon, you got to play it on a 4K TV if you want to play 4K mode, the resolution mode. Otherwise, you're not really experiencing it. Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, even Polygon gave it a 10. The amount of 10s is just ridiculous. But on top of that, it being the highest rated PS4 exclusive of the entire generation, Cory Barlog has been interviewed several times. There's a channel called Skill Up on YouTube. Does very good reviews. They interviewed Cory about what's next for him. He's actually taking a long hiatus. He's taking a sabbatical. I'm not sure how long, to spend time with his family, which is great. I think that should happen with all these creative directors, because they spend 3, 4, 5 years of their life like just working themselves to the bone. They deserve a break. But after that, he's saying, quote, let me read off the quote here, "I'd love to create something of my own, something that is truly coming from my original vision. That would be awesome. We'll have to see if I can convince Sony on that one." So in his opinion, he would like this to be the only God of War game he directs. He would still be obviously consultant on the future ones, but he likes the idea of each God of War in the trilogy, if this is a trilogy, having its own creative director. Kind of like Star Wars in a way. Well, what Star Wars was supposed to be before J.J. Abrams came in on the final one. He thinks like them having their own vision will diversify the series and make it more interesting. And on top of that, he just wants to have his chance to really do something of his own. So we got a poll for you guys in chat, and obviously this question goes to you as well, Mike. What do you want to see? Would you like to see him go with a God of War sequel or a brand new IP?
I mean, this isn't the first time he's taken a sabbatical either. He kind of stopped doing games altogether.
He did years. To actually go into film.
Yeah.
Working with George Miller.
Right. So that's something really new for me. And I actually respect him for how he takes his work life and everything like that. As far as what he wants to do, I think he should do his own thing. I really like the idea of a director doing a different take. Kind of how so a lot of people don't even realize a lot of their favorite shows from like the ones that you see on AMC and HBO, like what am I talking about? Breaking Bad, is a perfect example. Like so many different directors on all these. My favorite, Generation Kill, has a different director for every single one. So you have that a lot, and it adds a lot of diversity to how it's shown. So I think that's a great take on it. I'm hoping that Sony will, and I think they will. I remember, like, PSX, Sean Layden kind of, laying into him. About, like, just finish the game, like the whole, like, it resonates in my mind, like, finish the game, Corey, type thing. And it was entertaining, but I think it was one of those things. I think Cory Barlog was like, listen, I know what I'm doing with this, just give me the time and I'll do it. And I think if Sony can respect that, hell, if Sony can give Days Gone, 8 years.
And yeah, they've really delayed that several times now.
For this, they better give Cory Barlog, not whatever.
Then on top of that, I mean, we have to assume that they were always planning on early 2018. Maybe they wanted to hit March because that's like a kind of common date for God of War. They went gold in March.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty freaking close. So if it was a delay, like, if Sean Layden was upset, he was upset over a 1 month difference probably.
Right.
Like,
well, and Scuzzy, that's what we put in the poll for. He even said if Sony lets him, he wants to do his own thing. So do you think they'll let him, or do you think he'll have to be?
That, I mean, and just what do you want to see him do? Would you like to see him, considering how amazing God of War is? Would you like to see him continue with that series and make sure it stays as quality as this one is, or would you like to see him diversify and try something new? I think that there's plenty of great creative directors. Probably Sony Santa Monica, maybe even bring the gameplay director up. Like, there's other people that deserve a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
To grow, let one of those guys grow in the same way Uncharted did with Lost Legacy, and giving those guys a shot. Now those guys are moving up the ladder. Great to see that kind of thing. Do the same thing with God of War. Allow somebody else a chance. Let Corey move on to something truly original, because I'd like to see what that guy does with no limitations at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
God of War, he definitely made its own thing, Norse mythology and all, Dad of War, but he's still limited by the characters and the mythology and all that. If he could have his pick of anything, what's he going to do next? I think that should be interesting to see.
Right, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Moving on.
Moving on. Cliffy B accuses Epic Games of poaching developers from Boss Key Games. GamerRant writes that while the Battle Royale genre is currently dominated by the likes of Fortnite and PUBG, another contender threw its hat in the ring just this past week. Boss Key Productions, a studio headed by Cliff Bleszinski, who, for those that don't know, of Unreal Tournament and Gears of War fame, has launched its own Battle Royale game called Radical Heights. However, the launch has not gone without some drama, with Fortnite developer Epic Games being accused of trying to steal talent from the Radical Heights team. The accusation comes from Cliff himself, who took to Twitter to publicly call out Epic Games for, quote, trying to hire away his staff at Boss Key Productions. Cliff didn't specifically name any employees who Epic supposedly tried to poach from his company, and he also didn't clarify if the studio successfully managed to hire away anyone employed by the Boss Key. While not explicitly stated by Cliff, he did say in later tweet, part of the same thread, that, quote, there's room at this genre for more than a few games smack my head, indicating that the drama may have to do with Boss Key's recently launched Battle Royale game, Radical Heights.
My first thing I want to say, stop calling it a genre. I hate that he called it a genre in there.
It kind of is.
I think this is probably a cynical approach on this, but the first thing I thought was he's just trying to get publicity for his game right now.
Maybe.
He's adding Epic Games on Twitter, trying to get them to respond. He's trying to get, and it's working. We're talking about it. Like, this is what he wanted. He wanted people to talk about Radical Heights. It did have a lot of people watching it on Twitch, though. It's a freaking mess right now. A dirty mess. It's so alpha. I mean, that's the case. I mean, it's not like people expected it to be polished. It is super, super alpha. Like, to the point where, like, fonts are just so clearly amateur fonts that they're placeholder. It's very early on.
You haven't watched anything for it yet.
It's more Fortnite than it is PUBG, for sure. It's going for that more, cartoony style, more fun-loving, just like kind of craziness. And I don't know. I really don't know where it's going to go, but I think this is what they kind of had to do after the epic fail of Lawbreakers. They're trying to play it safe and do something that they think could have a chance of taking off and doing something in the Battle Royale genre, and then trying to take off, as he calls it, with Epic Games, calling it a genre, and take off by adding Epic Games and saying that they're poaching. Here's the thing, they might truly be losing people to Epic Games, but how do you know that that's Epic Games going after your employees, or maybe is it your employees after the failure of Lawbreakers are putting some tendrils out there?
Right, and not only that, it's one of those, I guess there's a unspoken, courtesy that it could go on in the industry. But I mean, poaching from a good source if you need talent isn't unheard of in any
It
industry.
happens very often. Yeah,
You
this
know,
is
in
the
every
nature.
single industry.
Yeah.
Right. So
Big studios are always look to little studios for talents and try and steal them away. Especially, I mean, you might be kind of foolish to stick with Boss Key Games right now. You get a call from Epic Games like, "Hey, we want to bring you on board. We're working on
And your last
Fortnite,
one
the
just
biggest game in the
bombed."
world right now.
Right.
Your last game bombed. You have no idea how Radical
Right.
Heist is going to do. Come work for us." You'd be kind of crazy not to
Right.
take that offer.
Absolutely.
Maybe, especially if it's for more money, which it probably
Right.
is.
And right now, Cliff, I mean, I love Cliff Bleszinski, just more so for his mouth than his games half the time.
Yeah.
Because he's an entertaining guy. But I think he's also a little bit of a wild card to your deficit in a way as a developer, just because his calling is more so his nature in the industry. He's kind of pulled away from the big studios. His biggest game was Gears of War.
He announced Fortnite. He was the one who announced Fortnite on stage.
Oh shit, you're right, and that was
Yeah.
right before he left.
Yep. How
about
do you think
that?
that feels?
I don't know, man.
He's
I
not
think
even
he
freaking
was-
announced that game.
I think it's also one of those things where he just didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, but that's crazy, man.
Yep.
He announces it, and now it's the biggest game in the world, and he's trying to copy it pretty much. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. You can copy it all you want, but it's just kind of crazy how things come full circle like that.
Yeah.
But I only watched a little bit of Radical Heights. It looked like a fun, goofy time. It's so early on in alpha that it's hard to see where it's going to go. But a lot of people, when Fortnite add a battle royale, they're like, "Oh, this is gonna die quickly. It's just gonna burn out and die. PUBG's the winner." And now look what happened.
strongest one out there,
So you never know. Radical Heights might really grow quickly, and I don't think it's ever going to take over as the leader, but it might have a life of its own and an audience of its own, and be able to survive that way, and give Boss Key Games a second life as well, because they need it.
It's back.
It is back. Yeah, I agree. It's back.
It's back.
It's very back. Hey, Friendly Pigs, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Mike loves Cliff's mouth. Do you? Do you like his
I
mouth?
love it.
It's a sexy mouth.
Purdy mouth.
Purdy. All right, moving on. Mike, why don't you take this story? Since
Sure.
I already took two or three tonight.
Oh my god, I just got a big
Can you-
whiff.
can
It's
you
your
s-
hands.
It's my hands?
It's your hands. Oh, no, wait.
No, it's definitely not.
No, it's this.
It's that? Yeah, it's that.
What
Yeah.
the fuck,
It's
dude?
I don't know what to tell you, man. It's everywhere.
I hate everything about this life
Jameis
right now.
destroyed us tonight. He's laughing.
I hate you.
Burn the iPad.
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm about to throw it on the ground.
I threw it on the ground. You must think I'm a joke.
Phil
All right, moving on.
Spencer continues to say they're working on first-party studios and single-player games. Really? Because I thought nobody wanted to play those.
Yeah, right.
MS Power user writes reviews for Sony's God of War came out yesterday, and to little surprise, the game was met with critical acclaim and currently sits at 95 on Metacritic based on over 80 reviews. It's been hailed as one of the generation's greatest hits and left Xbox fans wondering, where's ours? Sony, by and large, has more studios to pump out high-quality single-player. Okay, I'm not reading their whole
The crux is the Ryan McCaffrey.
Right, exactly. This is just a lot of juxtaposition. They were tweeting at Spencer and everybody else. And Ryan McCaffrey of IGN went on to say that, quote, Xbox fans are dying to celebrate a masterpiece level exclusive like God of War. Thing is, though, it took Sony 10 years to get to this point where their first party is firing on all cylinders. This work started in PS3 era. Xbox Cam might get there, but it's going to take a long time. What? That's not entirely true.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a stretch.
I hate Ryan McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Have I
he's
said this before?
He's always got ulterior motives. That guy,
He's
I
such
feel
a
like.
fucking tool bag. Like, there's something always like about him that's just like, man, just speak the truth and stop being such a fucking fanboy all the time. I can't stand him.
Wow.
I really can't. He's
I
an ass.
definitely think he's a fanboy. I think he wants to work for Microsoft so badly.
Fox and Hound, thank you for the host for 16.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Big host.
Yeah.
That's a Wheelspin host.
That is.
Fox and the Hound, they're great guys there. Please, let's get a shout out. One of our
him
mods.
him and his wife, girlfriend, I can't remember exactly if they're married or not, but they are so entertaining.
Yeah, I
Just
only got to watch
them
10
interact.
minutes, but I enjoyed every minute.
Oh, really? You haven't
Yeah.
watched that much? Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
watching them quite a few times. Phil Spencer went on to say, quote, our hardware took time, our service platform and BC took time, and continuing to grow our first player will take time as well. High quality and diverse single player, yes, with 1P first party, I'm sorry. Yes, with single player, built the right way is our goal and what our customers deserve. We can have similar results to what we've seen in hardware and platform. That's a lot of just saving ass right there.
Yeah.
You know, that means literally nothing.
The thing is, he's been saying this for so long. Like, where is the gravy? Like, where's the results? I just don't understand. Like, the moment he came in, Phil Spencer was all about building their portfolio.
That's what we were
building
excited.
the
We're like,
studios.
this guy's a gamer. He
Yes,
knows how it is,
that's what
and he
we
knows what we
expected.
need. And we got nothing. And I don't know
I mean,
if
maybe we're
it's-
going to get it at E3, but as we
Maybe.
discussed last week, it seems like that's not going to be the case with them going after all of these third-party marketing deals. Those are going to be the ones on stage.
Right.
It's going to be, Cyberpunk. It's going to be Division. It's going to be this. It's going to be that.
Borderlands, yeah.
They're not going to be announcing first-party titles, at least not in a big way, with
Right.
all these third-party marketing deals on stage.
But what I love is the whole thing from McCaffrey saying, like, oh, it took Sony 10 years to get to this point. No, some of these games have only been in development for like 4 maybe
that and
5
PS3
years.
had some great first-party titles from pretty much
Right.
the moment it released.
Right. And do we forget that Metal Gear Solid was strong on PlayStation consoles as well as
And that started as
Guardian
exclusive. 4 was
strong
exclusive.
on PlayStation consoles, and Uncharted was strong on PlayStation 3 consoles. Like, he has his head up his ass, and that's why I can't stand it. No, we're done with Durian Wafers.
We threw out the Dorian wafers. They're in the trash, guys.
Which, thank God, your garage is a perfect cover-up for durian, if you guys ever need to know. As of right now, that garage smells like garage and not durian wafer.
Good.
So, we're good.
Smells like gasoline.
Exactly.
You guys can vote right now. We're asking you, how many first-party titles do you think will be announced at E3 2018?
If any, one.
Yeah, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 plus. I would say 1.
One or less.
1, yeah.
One
Say
or less.
I don't expect a lot. They're focusing so heavily on the third party. If those rumors are true, if the rumors aren't true, then sky's the limit.
Right.
I have no idea.
Absolutely.
But if that is to be believed, I think 1 is the limit.
I think the only reason that it's one is because Ori. That's the only one I can think of.
I'm saying announced though. New
Gotcha.
first party titles announced.
Nah, yeah, then one or less.
1 or less, yeah. Most of you guys are saying 2, some 3, some say 5 plus though. I bet that was Seto. I bet Seto said 5 plus. How much
No,
was
I think it was it wasn't Seto.
it wasn't Seto. I feel like Seto always is very positive
Oh, you're
when
already
it
too
comes
far.
to Xbox. He's the most positive Xbox guy we have here. Yeah, it was Seto. I
And
called that.
somebody else. Excuse me.
No, there's only one person, I think, right?
No.
Oh, Jameis did as well. 2 people.
James.
2 people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to be clear on what first party means, obviously. That doesn't mean exclusive. That means
Right.
developed by a first party studio. The
Right.
problem is, Microsoft only has like
3.
6 first party studios.
Yeah.
And 6 is like kind of dragging it out. Because
Right,
some of
because
those.
that's like the small.
Yeah,
weird
we're talking about the
ones.
big
You're talking
guys,
about,
it's 3.
What, Rare, the guys that made Quantum
Rare,
Dream.
you've got the guys that do Forza, both teams. You got Playground and you got the other one, Turn something. Turn 10? Turn something.
Turn Back Time.
Yeah, Turn Back Time.
I can
You've got
find a
Coalition.
way.
Coalition does Gears of War exclusively now, though, supposedly. So they might announce another Gears of War.
Congrats, you guys get another Gears of War.
And then 343, right? 343 Industries.
The We Happy People crew.
That are probably going to be doing. No, We Happy is not.
Yeah.
Is not a first party. Yeah, I can't think of any others. They have like 5 or 6 first party studios. It's pretty limited.
Microsoft Studios. That's it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do they even have the capability to announce 5 plus? I'm not sure that they do.
I don't know.
Maybe every single one of their first party studios is working on something, and they'll reveal every single one.
Yeah,
of them.
each developer has 2 titles that they're working on,
Yeah.
and they develop.
hard
They
to say.
announce all.
I mean, we all know like Turn 10. All they do is Forza. Same with Playground. All they do is
Right.
Forza really much. Gears of War. That's all Coalition does according to their announcement. Like when they announced them, they said this is a Gears of War dedicated studio.
Right.
So I think that's all they're ever going to
And
do.
what's funny is they were like saying that with confidence, like this is what you guys want, right? And we're kind of just like, why?
Maybe if Gears of War is awesome again.
It is good, but at the same time, like, do you want one team only like ever working? Like that's how Halo got to be what it is.
Yeah.
Bet you anything we got a new Halo. That's probably. What
I think that would be like the closer, right?
Yeah.
That'll be so awesome. That'll be a hype.
So Dirty Hob is putting in my dream because remember the rumor for
Yeah.
Fable. We could get that. I don't know if it's true. I will bet you anything we're gonna see the remaster of Fable games before we actually see another Fable.
Yeah, it might be a little too early to see the new Fable. based on like what we've been hearing, right? Like that was just.
I will
recently
lose my
rumored.
shit in the same way I did for Sonic and Spyro.
Yeah?
If they announce a Fable remaster.
Fable
'Cause I've
Fortune.
almost bought Fable on PC a few times, but I'm like, no, because if they announce it at E3 and I buy it this way, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed at myself.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd be so excited for you if that happened. I would love to see Fable and Halo.
I will
Anything.
literally play Fable 2 for every stream for a year if that comes out.
But more than anything, I would like to see new IPs.
Yes.
We know we've seen Fable and Halo a million times.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really cool to see a new IP from Microsoft. What can they do? But we'll have to wait and see until E3. Right now, we're going to move on
Fable
to
Battle Royale.
we're going to move on to wheel spins. I think we have one to do for Fox and Hound, right?
Yep.
Let's make sure there wasn't anything else.
Oh
in
no,
there.
and the sub gift.
And the sub gift. Didn't we already do that?
No.
Oh, the one that we did. The sub gift that we're going to be giving out. I didn't give it out yet, but I'll still do the wheel spin.
Truth and Dare. Dare, bring back the durian wafer. Truth, we're in a public restroom and just went number 2. Then you realize your stall has no toilet paper. What do you do?
I probably... Are we on Truth or Dare? We're not doing Dare. We're not bringing back
not
durian wafers.
doing Dare.
So if that happened to me, I probably would do my best to pull up my pants while not letting it, like, get up there, you know? Like, try and keep my boxers down a little bit, my pants down a little bit. Go out. If look at another stall if it's empty. If not, go with the paper towels. Like, whatever you got to grab. And then just go back into the stall.
First, you knock on the door on the stall next to you on your wall. Be like, hey.
Oh,
you
see,
there?
I wouldn't do that, honestly. I feel
Really?
I feel awkward, like, talking to somebody else in the
Well,
bathroom.
don't get me wrong, I do, but this is a dire situation.
I think I would first just walk out and see if there's a stall open that I can just take some toilet paper from. And if the stall was already occupied, I still probably would look for paper towels first. If there was no paper towels, then I would knock and be like, dude, can I have some
See,
toilet
I don't
paper?
get into this situation because I have a foolproof method. I always have to wipe down the seat anyway.
Right,
So
so
I
you
always have
know.
to check that there's toilet paper in there.
Knocking on stalls is like a gay hookup thing, isn't it? I think no, not really. I just feel like I don't want to bother anyone while they're in the bathroom. Like I hate when somebody if somebody got next to me like a urinal and like started talking to me, I'd be like don't talk to me.
I
Like,
have that happen
like don't
before.
talk
It's
to
the
me.
most
We're
uncomfortable thing in the
taking a
world.
piss
But
right
listen,
now.
if you
Like,
are,
I'm looking
if you
straight
are
ahead.
without-
Do not talk.
If
to me.
I get a knock in the thing, first it's gonna be like, what the fuck? This is not like conversation time. But it's gonna be like, dude, I'm really sorry. I'm out of toilet paper. Be like, I got you, bro. No worries. And then I'll
Yeah, if
just,
somebody
like,
said that to me, I'm totally cool. Like, here's some toilet paper.
Right, but so why do you
I
feel weird
I
doing
just,
it to
I
somebody
just feel
else?
weird talking to somebody because I know how I am in the bathroom. I don't want anybody talking to me. I'm in there to get my business done. Don't talk to me. I got my business.
Have you seen the video of the little kid that like climbs under the stall for the kid for the guy that's taking a shit?
No.
I'll have to find that video, but there's this like dude taking a shit, and this like little kid just like gets on his hands and knees and looks under the stall and asks him to help him wash his hands. And he's just like talking to him, and then he's like, "You gonna help me?" And he's like, "I can't right now, bud. You gotta go find your parents." And the kid climbs and under the stall into the stall with him.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like
Ballsy
really
kid. How old was he?
Like 4.
Yeah, that explains it. You have no shame at that age, man. Nothing matters. Just do whatever the hell
So
you want.
bad.
All right, let's spin the wheel first for Dark Side Reactions. We got the sub gift from us. This one's for you, man. Welcome to the +1 posse, buddy. And after that, we'll spin for Fox and the Hound.
Yes.
Big host there. We got a few people saying they're from Fox and the Hound in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys. Who was that? Missed them. FX from Fox and the Hound.
Old man Andrew.
Old Man Andrew coming in. We can do that for a little rapid fire stuff. We'll do that as Old Man Andrew.
134 left to 5,000.
Oh, 5,000 trophies? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. On your way. Old Man Andrew coming out. And this one for Fox and the Hound.
Good for you, man. Most of my team is sitting here watching the show because they're supportive. Thank you, guys. I
He's
appreciate
doing
it.
both. He's doing both.
No, it's okay. I understand where the priorities are.
10 XP goes to... That would be Fox and the Hound. Let's do that right now. Points...
Add all.
No. Points add Fox. Is it just Fox?
The
Fox and the Hound
Fox, yeah,
TV.
Fox and the Hound TV.
10. There you go. Fox and the Hound TV. 10 XP to you, sir. And your fiance as well. Team Andrew all the way. Dark Side Reactions. Appreciate the love, guys. All right. So I've got to do the sub gift. I still haven't done that yet. I'll make sure to do that, Dark
Okay.
Side Reactions. I have it loaded up. I just haven't clicked on it yet. But otherwise, I think we're good. We didn't have anything else, right?
No, I think we're done.
Wheel spin wise. Guys, anything worth $5 more will get you a spin of the prize wheel. That means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, sharing, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more. Thank you so much to Fox and the Hound.
Would you rather open that thing of durian wafers again or have a handful of the sardines? handful in your mouth at one time?
I think I would probably do the sardines, honestly.
Really?
Because the Dorian sticks around way after. Like I can wash the taste of the sardines out of my mouth, but that's it. Yeah, man.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
really
It's
bad.
worse than you guys can even understand. It's really bad. James, did you know how bad it was?
Oh yeah, he knew it was.
He knew?
Yeah, he knew in advance.
Okay.
He said that's why he sent us so many candies.
Okay. To make up for it.
Dick.
I do love those freaking soda candies. I never
Oh,
saw
they're
them.
awesome.
Oh, so good.
I love them.
I love them. They eventually like form a hole in your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Like they start eating away your tongue.
Yep.
But worth it.
The lemon ones are great too.
Yeah, they are. The super
Danny
lemons.
really is into them.
Yeah. You destroyed us all. I just say that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
L. Tyrodian, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. All right, let's head on to the rapid fire news roundup. Actually, I shouldn't have said that because we got to do our little intro. And also, I'm doing this as old man Andrew. But guys, we have those little stories left, and what we like to call here rapid fire news roundup. Ha!
That was your weakest one.
The Dorian wafers have taken it out of me. First up in the rapid fire news roundup, Pete Hines has teased an E3 2018 announcement for Doom.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I don't know. Something new, Michael. Something new. Maybe a little Anthony Hopkins in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pete Hines on Twitter teased, I couldn't give you any guesses as to what we're going to announce and when those games will be out, but I will say we have a lot of new stuff to talk about at E3. Whether or not folks realize it, this is a hell on earth time for us at E3. We are in the midst of so much planning and work for all that content, but I am really excited.
Yeah, so it's been rumored that they're working on Doom 2. I'm ignoring.
It's like, are you
everything
moving
about
on?
that.
Moving on.
It's been rumored that they've been not only working on Doom 2, but it's going to be unveiled at E3 this year anyway. So that kind of just.
I hope they have a better showing than they did last year,
Oh my
man.
god! And you know what's funny is people that were there enjoyed it, because they had apparently a booth that was set up in a very carnival-like area.
That's cool.
With the video, like they were like, "Hey, we're gonna rent this space to show you a video." And
Yeah, it was just videos of games we already
why?
knew about, just some gameplay reveals. The one thing I think that was new there was Evil Within, right? At that time was Evil Within 2 being announced, which was a cool trailer. But otherwise, it was like...
Drew, talk about that again. Just say something real quick.
Sega Mega Drive.
All right, now
Mini
in that
announced.
voice, what are you buying?
What are you buying?
Nope, that's really creepy. That's not the same.
What you selling?
What are you buying?
It's
What
a little
are you
deeper.
selling?
It's a little raspier.
Yeah.
Right? Little Star, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. But as I was saying,
God, stop.
Sega Mega Drive Mini has been announced. Japan first, with other territories to come later this year. Jumping on that bandwagon there, Michael.
I mean, it's about time. Although they've had this in different forms.
They
Maybe
have.
not produced from Sega directly,
Right.
But other
I just gotta
companies
whiff
have
up
made
some
this. So this
Dorian
is
ass.
realistically that NES and SNES Classic. They were actually copies of something that's been around for. I remember I had one, and it didn't have a ton of games. I think it had like maybe 12 games on it, but it had enough.
So there you go. We don't have any ideas yet on which games will be included.
Is this your tapping on the bathroom stall voice?
Yes, it is. I need some TP. Shenmue 1 and 2. Finally, the dream is real. They are being remastered for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam.
In other news, still no Half-Life 3.
Sega calls the Shenmue 1 and 2 re-release the definitive version of the classic adventure games with modernized features such as fully scalable screen resolution, choice of modern or classic control schemes, PC graphics options, an updated user interface, and the option to enjoy either the original Japanese or English voiceovers.
Did you really just say English?
English voiceovers.
God, I hate you so much.
I've seen a lot of people say that if you haven't played this when it released, it's kind of like you had to be there.
Right. I don't
Like
think
if you
it's gonna
play
be
it
very
now,
good.
it's just you're probably not going to get it. right?
No, absolutely not.
I think it was a product of the time. It was really cool at the time. It was kind of semi-open world, something you didn't see much in that day, but in comparison to what's out there now, I don't think newcomers are going to look at this and be like, yeah, I get it. This is amazing. Like one of the best games ever made. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Right.
I'm curious. Like I have to wait for the price. I'm assuming it's going to be like 40.
Oh, for the remake. Did you play the first two?
No, I've never played any of them.
Then
So
why
I'm
bother?
curious. You know, I'd like to see what it's all about.
See, I really don't know if I care enough to ever. I mean, and I understand there's a ton of people that love them, but I just have zero desire.
The English VO in Shenmue is awful.
Interesting.
Excuse me, I saw you ask earlier if I watched that trailer for Upgrade. I have not yet. I haven't
What's
watched
that
it. It has the Tom Hardy wannabe in it. The guy who looks like Tom
Oh,
Hardy.
yeah.
I know, that's all I know about it. I haven't watched it yet. Moving on to our next rapid fire story. Oh, Way Out's developer almost signed exclusivity with Microsoft Xbox.
He should have.
No, they should not have, because EA has revealed some sales numbers on A Way Out, and it has sold more in 2 weeks than EA thought it would sell in its entire lifespan.
Well, they should have for Microsoft, is what I'm saying.
Oh, Microsoft should have grabbed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it. It sounds selling very well. People are enjoying it. It's doing some innovative things, some unique things with storytelling.
There's some people that really like it, that really are into how you have diversity, but there's other people that are like, it's not anything special. Like the story leaves lacking. You know, some of the voice.
Yeah, it's very like polarized
Hit miss.
from what I've seen. Like some
Apparently
people are saying
you
it's
can
like
really mess with
like it
people that you're
deserves like
playing with.
nominations. Like it's
Right.
that good. The storytelling. And other people, yeah, it's all right. You know.
I think I'm streaming this with Johnny on Tuesday.
Oh, really? That would be cool. I really want to play it. My cousins both have it, but they are playing it on Xbox, so I can't play with them. I would really like to. I think you can make Jack Sparrow voice if you really tried. I don't know what that sounds like in my head. Yeah, it's close. I get what he's saying. Like it's like a little bit of a
I
departure.
get, yeah, I can see. I can hear.
I can see where you're going with it, but I don't know how I'd make it happen.
Say you savvy in the voice.
No, it's not gonna work.
You savvy.
You savvy.
No, see, you put too much emphasis on it.
Yeah,
You savvy.
that just sounds like a
Yeah, no.
child
That's-
molester.
But they also didn't say that I could do it. They said that you
Sounds
could
like a
do it.
child molester to me.
Child molester.
That's what it sounds like. Where's Mo Lester at? I missed that guy.
Oh my god!
Mo
I forgot
Lester. That guy
There's
was
a lot of
good
people
stuff.
that are gone that had really weird names.
Yeah.
I miss our helpful trolls,
Yes, I do as well.
including Johnny.
Italian Mob, I'll be pumped the entire week for you, man. I'm all pumped up.
Why Friday at 12?
I don't know. Probably for my stream, I guess.
Oh, cool. Well,
I guess.
there you go.
Yeah, probably for my stream. All right, moving on. We got four more. Mike, do you think you'd be a fan of this story?
Maybe.
Drake wants Hotline Bling to be the next emotes featured in Fortnite.
Oh, this is old. Like 3 weeks old, isn't it?
I don't know, but I decided to include it because I think it's
That's
funny.
like 3 weeks old.
I
Another
don't want
old.
that Hotline
Was
Bling.
this story given you by Johnny?
That
Did Johnny
only
give you
mean
this
one
one?
thing. I don't want that Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
Go ahead, do the dance.
You used to call me on your cell phone.
On your
The dance is
cell
coming up.
phone.
The one that he wants. Let's put it
Right,
full
no,
screen.
that's what that needs. The whole thing needs to be in there.
It's coming. It's at the very end. Oh my god, this video, man. This freaking video
so weird,
is
man.
hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It's pretty close. I think it's right after this. There it is. That's what he wants. He wants that to be the he wants
Yeah.
that to be
No, that's what all
featured.
of us do.
It would
We've
be
all-
great,
The
yeah.
moment that we found out that he plays Fortnite, everybody's been asking for that. And then once he went huge with Ninja,
Mm-hmm.
like that's when it really set it off.
Supposedly he will like do a big plug in one of his songs for
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite if they include the emote. Like,
Interesting.
could you imagine how big Fortnite's going to explode if he freaking talks about it in one of his songs?
That's insane to me.
Like, this
it's
game-
already huge, dude. The
It's
amount
so
of like
big.
sports players from football and basketball, baseball players that are playing with them, like there's so much Fortnite going around everywhere.
Yeah. It feels kind of like Minecraft and Pokemon Go did. Like that level of cultural phenomenon.
I will say that it's probably one of, if not the biggest console-based, like PC console-based game.
Yeah.
As far as publicity goes.
It's so random that I just saw that. Where did Greg even go? For some reason, the question cracks me up. He's gone. We have no idea where he went. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Sadly, we also never knew where he went, which is also part of the problem.
Yeah.
Moving
on.
why do you hate Ninja?
Somebody hates Ninja?
Yeah, Seto say he hates Ninja.
Oh,
I haven't watched
Seto.
him nearly as long as Johnny did, but like from what I understand, he's
I
always been
haven't
like
watched
a
him
relatively
that
okay
much.
guy.
Yeah, he seems like a cool enough dude.
Like for the amount of money that this guy makes, he's actually pretty level-headed.
I think he's a little like I don't know what I want to say.
He's probably
Disconnected.
easy to hate is the thing.
He's got so many viewers that I can understand it, but at the same time, the way he responds to things in the chats, it feels like he's not really giving much love to the chat. He's just kind of like, it almost sounds like he's annoyed sometimes to answer questions, which is like my only complaint with him. But I would imagine once you get to that many viewers and
You
you've
also
got
gotta
that many
remember, this
questions coming
guy
at
didn't
you.
care about being a personality. He just wanted to play
Yeah.
games, and that's what he did for
This just came at him,
what,
man.
6 years, 7 years, and he apparently is really good at Fortnite and made a thing of it. So
Yeah. Moving on. I'm not doing the voice anymore. Splinter Cell.
good.
Michael Ironside says he's still Sam Fisher. Before we go into detail on this, let's watch this little movie here.
Linda, how you doing? You're looking good, real good.
It's Karen today. You look like you've clocked some miles since we last spoke.
Yeah, a few. I've heard they don't make them like me anymore. There was this other guy, though. Army infiltration. He wore a bandana or something.
I heard he finally retired.
Really?
Yep.
It's only me.
Somebody put this together. I shed a tear in. I'm like,
Sam,
Yeah.
you got it.
I love how like he really like does like give it a moment of like somber silence, like
Wow.
even in the clip. So obviously they're
Dude, Splinter Cell
acknowledging.
Blacklist is one of the most underrated games from last generation.
So that was not from Blacklist though, right? That's from Division, or well, not Division. It was featured in one of the most recent games, right? One of the most recent updates. I know it's a new video, right?
The video?
The video that just that featured there. That's from a new video that was released.
Oh, was it? I had
Yeah,
no idea.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's from one of the old games because how would he know? Like, how would they know? How would they make that shout out at that point? Like, Conviction and whatever, a Blacklist, those were before Konami fell apart and Metal Gear
apparently
died.
Wildlands.
Wildlands, there it is. Yeah, Ghost Recon
Really? Was it
Wildlands.
in Wildlands?
Yeah,
That's so weird.
that's what I thought. But I think it's really cool that they did the shout out, and at the same time, like I feel like they're taking advantage of the situation. Like Sam Fisher does have this huge opening right now, and obviously Ubisoft has this huge opening right now with the death of Metal Gear.
Right.
They've got a void to fill, and Sam Fisher can fill that void.
Right.
And it sounds like Ironside wants to come back as a character. He said people think of it as returning to a cottage or a building or a place. Ironside says, "I have never left. I am Sam."
That's awesome.
So he's
You didn't
down
play
for it.
Blacklist at all.
No.
You didn't see anything for it.
Yeah, I need something to fill that void for myself.
Yeah, it's really good. It was really well done. Like, it was a lot more entertaining. Like, imagine if Metal Gear had the option to go balls to the wall and like reward you for it.
Right.
So you can go completely stealthy, but you can also go balls to the wall and have the same type of reward system from it.
Right. That's really cool, though. I like that they did that. Capcom has filed a trademark for Onimusha, refiled, which could mean a lot of things. It could mean that they're doing a trilogy remaster, or it could mean the return of Onimusha. I think it would be cool to see the return in the essence of Neo and Dark Souls. And if any reason were to bring it back, it would be to make it this super difficult Neo Dark Souls type game.
I mean, if Neo was anything to show them, it shows that they could work for this type of setting.
And man, the desire for Onimusha to come back is strong from that established fan base.
Yeah.
I think that it would do well enough for them to not make it like a big, strong push AAA title, but it's not going to do Monster Hunter World sales, not even close. But I think it could do very well for them if they put the right budget behind it and the right team behind it. So I'm in for it. I would like to see Onimusha. I did like 1 and 2. I never played 3. which I think is the one this intro video is for. That's from
It
3.
is, and this is one I tried to play. This is the only one I tried to play at all, and it was not my thing at the time.
I think it's got Gian Reno in it as the side character.
Because isn't that weird, like, walking, like, at version of whatever they have in the animation realm?
I
Like
think
this scene right
that's the
here.
one that like goes back and forth between like the samurai-esque, environment and also
Right.
like a city environment, like a modern city
Yeah.
environment, if I remember right. The Paul brothers have officially started streaming on Twitch. Been a lot of controversy surrounding that, obviously following the things that happened on YouTube with the suicide farce and all. Not a lot of people wanted to see the Paul brothers on Twitch. They did get a lot of viewers though. They had 200,000 concurrent viewers on
Gross.
on one of their first streams. But on top of that, Summit1G, one of the most popular streamers on Twitch, collaborated with them with one of their streams and got torn apart for it by his own fan base.
Good.
They thought it was a big sellout moment for him and all this and that, and he just responded back, like attacking his fan base, saying he was really disappointed in them and this and that, and he was telling the people that are defensive about it to leave, and he doesn't need them, and he lost a lot of his followers and subs, and then I think probably because of that he's like, okay, truce guys, I don't want to destroy my channel, truce, like won't happen again, this and that.
Here's what sucks is you have to be cognizant of what you're doing and who you're partnering with, and even if it was a buddy, there's a reason why these people are getting shit, and for your best interest, it might not behoove you.
It was
to
a
do
bad
that.
business move more
Absolutely.
than anything else. But that being said, even though he supposedly lost a lot of his followers and subscribers, his follows and subs are higher than they were before.
Right, because of Paul's, and
because
so he
of
doesn't
all
have to
those
care.
Paul people coming in. But the question is, are they just going to come in that one time and
Fleeting,
watch?
right.
He lost a lot of his established hardcore fan base,
Right.
and he's picking up these fair weather people potentially who are just going to stop in for 1 or 2 streams and then they're gone.
Well, look at us. I mean, there have been times there was a time where we were hitting 200-300 people every episode.
Right.
We were consistently at 200-300 people every episode, up to what, 500 or 600 a couple times.
Yep.
So imagine if at that point we just decided to do something to get more of those types of people, and said screw it to the people that are the only ones really that are consistently.
Yeah, we
watching
were
us.
go back to live from PlayStation and destroy all of the high quality
Right.
stuff we've changed. It's like, hey guys, we want more viewers. We're gonna go back to the crappy camera and live from PlayStation. That's pretty much like what you'd be doing.
Right,
like
exactly.
screw you guys
So it's-
that have stuck around.
No,
and
he
enjoy
honestly
the high
it
quality.
sucks, but he deserves it. Like if he's gonna really screw people over that badly, like he knows what the climate is right now around that, around those two especially, but also YouTube streamers in general. Like,
Yeah.
he should have known better than that, and he didn't, and he didn't care. That was his answer, is he didn't care, and that sucks.
Yeah, well, seems like he's learned his lesson at least. Probably won't be making that mistake again anytime soon. And that is the Rapid Fire News Roundup. We got one more community focus segment of the show, Mike. What's it called? We're actually before we do that, let's head into sub only chat.
Oh, we're doing that.
All right, guys, we are in sub-only chat. If you want to continue chatting with us for the remainder of the show, probably the next 15 minutes, hit that sub button. Either tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or you can also Twitch Prime sub. And if somebody can't chat, you can always give them a sub gift if you want them to chat. Welcome back, Reborn Again Gaming. Unfortunately, I think we just lost him as well because he's not a sub. But welcome, Ghost Games, Reborn Again Gaming. It's going to be hard for me to get over that. I'm always going to know you as Ghosty. All right. But anyway, let's move on to the final community focus segment of the show. And then we'll just chat with you guys for a little bit. What's it called, Mike?
Oos piss.
Oos piss. Oos piss? Oos piss!
You keep trying to get me on different ones.
Yeah, you did it, man.
I did.
Every week, you guys can go on our Discord at discord.gg/levelupnetwork. Please do it. We want to build that community there. There's a channel called On the Spot. You can submit a hard-hitting question like this person did. Dear the Level Up Show, what is a popular game that everyone loves, but you don't? Sincerely, Strife Girl LP. Simple question. Like,
Final Fantasy VII.
have you ever even played 7?
Yeah, I
You
played
have?
through it. Yeah.
I don't believe you. You're a liar. You're a dirty liar.
But no, I'm actually just fucking with you on that.
I know you are. See how it says discord.gg/the-level-up-network, Mike?
Yeah.
Network.
That's
I
a
think
big
the
spot.
one I'm going to go with is kind of obvious.
Uncharted.
No.
That's
Come on, think
mine.
about it. What's a game that everybody loves that I was like, no way, did not like this at all?
I don't know. There's a lot of those. I feel like.
Not really. I'm usually pretty on board with people.
Metal Gear Solid.
Nope. There's one franchise that I get on a lot that just did not connect with me, Mike. I'm sure the chat will get this at some point very soon. Come on, guys. I'm waiting. Somebody's got to know the series that did not connect with me.
Halo.
Nope.
Fallout.
Halo's cool. I like Halo from what I played of it. There it is.
Mass Effect. Oh. Okay.
Mass Effect. There
Like
it
I said,
is.
there's a few.
No, I like Halo. I like what I've played of it. I like Fallout what I've played of it. I had a really good time doing New Vegas that one stream. Yeah, I like a lot of series that everybody else loves. Mass Effect's the only one that really comes to my mind immediately. And let's be honest, I really have no idea if I would like 2. I'm sure I would like 2 a lot more than I liked 1, but 1 was a chore for me. Absolute chore. That being said, once I go full time, I really will do 2 and 3. There's no reason not to. I'll have enough time. I can get those done in a couple weeks probably. At that point.
Yeah, I mean you should. You
Yeah,
need
I
to.
mean,
It's about
if
time.
I don't go like crazy with side quests, I could probably get each of those done in like 20 to 25 hours. That's about what they run, I think. So that should be 2
Love
weeks.
that Mako though.
Yeah, do love that Mako. Mako or Mako?
Mako, I think.
Mako.
Like the shark.
Are we not in sub only chat? It seems like people are still chatting. They're not subs.
I don't know.
Let me try. Huh. Did not work. I clicked it on here, but it did not work. We are now in sub only chat, guys. I don't think it worked the first time, but now it does. I didn't like the first one. Says we're born again gaming. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. What else? Is there any others that you feel like you still get it? Like, why do people love this so much?
Uncharted.
Really?
Yeah. I really don't. Like I've tried. I mean, you've seen.
You didn't play 4 though.
No, I didn't. And I liked what I saw, but like I think it's fine, but it's only. I think it's just only an okay game. Like I don't think it deserves anything more than like an 8, maybe an 8.5.
Okay.
I think it's repetitive and very similar over and over again, especially when you go through the entire franchise. Like, oh, here's the big what? Wow, I can't believe this is happening event. You know, this time it's a train, and then, you know, this time before it was a helicopter. Oh boy, ooh wee. Let's run and jump and, you know, dodge all the bullets and never get hit again and kill everybody in one shot, and no one seems to care.
Yeah.
That's
I think maybe you came into that series too late or something, because
I mean, I very well could have, but that's the problem, is I just don't get it. I didn't get it right away. And...
pause it. At that time, it was unbelievable. That train sequence was just insane.
Well, don't get me wrong. I remember you showing me like the helicopter scene from what, 3? I think it was.
You mean the plane sequence?
No, when they're in the city and the helicopter's like shooting at them.
Hey,
So
another raid coming in. Thank you so much. That's 5 viewers at least, probably more actually, and hosting as well, rating and hosting. That's Myers Corner Gaming.
Hold on, Gerzon Bear. Hold on. How is
another one too? 2 raids.
Fable any way similar to Uncharted in terms of, you know, comparing the two? Like, I don't get that. Like you said, coming from the person that likes Fable, but how is that anywhere comparable? It's not even the same.
Yeah, I really couldn't say.
One is an on the rails, go, you know, do this, and then, you know, go shoot these things here, and then run over here, and then do things. You know, it's the same reason why I would never get into Call of Duty stories. But like Fable is a relatively open world game, especially for the time, with diverse conversations with every single person that have consequences that affect the outcomes.
Big thank you to Myers Corner Gaming and also Assassin Girl 7, I believe is what it said. Let me check that again.
Something like that.
Assassin Girl 7. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for those raids. Really appreciate that. Let's give some shout outs to both. We're on
big giant.
cooldown right
Thank
now,
you,
but
John.
shout out to Myers Corner Gaming and shout out to Assassin Girl 7 as well. Really appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Are you
Of course, now
new to our channel?
Subscriber only chat.
Yeah, we could, you want to exit out for this?
Yes.
Let's exit out for that since we got raided during subscribers off. We'll exit out of sub only chat. Since we just got rated during the last little segment of the show, we go in the sub only chat to pay tribute to all the people that support us. But since we've been rated, welcome to the show, Aeon Yuki. Appreciate you being here. Anybody who's coming in from Assassin Girl, and also Lurk Force. Thank you so much. There we go. Al Rex bringing us into the Lurk Force team. And now we're getting some support. Really, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Lurk Force is awesome.
Goes freedom.
Freedom! Should I play Fortnite or PUBG?
Oh.
It's a good question. I don't know.
Oh.
It depends on what style
Play
of gaming
Isles
do
of
you like.
9.
I think if you want more in-out, quick, fast-paced, easier to adapt, it's Fortnite. PUBG has a steeper learning curve. It's slower paced. Getting into the games and getting out of games and all that, it just takes longer. So it's more methodical, though.
I did use the Port-a-Fort in Fortnite finally.
Port-a-Fort. Oh, that's new, right?
Yeah, so you throw it down and it's like a 3-story fort essentially made out
Really?
of metal. Yeah, so like the bottom tier, and it's like building, so you have a few seconds while it's getting made up, but like the bottom tier has tires in it that jump you to the top, and then it has like ramps on the side so you can go out, and it's actually really pretty handy.
I used the bush for the first time today. I played one match while Evie was napping, and
You've never used the bush before?
I never used the portable bush. No.
Interesting.
I got to the final 4 using the bush
In solo?
in solo. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good for you.
Yeah, for me it was pretty good. I only had 1 kill.
That's actually really good.
I was
for you,
mostly hiding. So.
But see, what's funny is like all the ones that are like get top 50 in solo for like the challenges and everything every week. That's my easiest because all you have to do is just fly to the outskirts,
Yeah,
let everybody
and hide.
just find a place to hide and let everybody.
Yeah, by the time I encountered anybody, it was like 19 players left. I feel like if you just stay towards the outside, you get into like this like teens pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's not very hard to get into the teens.
It's absolutely easy.
It's those last 10 that are very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Forest
We're at
says
71, by the way.
we're at 71.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you so much. We hit 70 thanks to all these raids tonight. Let's see. I missed something from Farsender there. Farsender says, I support with Patreon, LOL. Now, I knew what I was getting into and I decided not to subscribe. Yes, unfortunately, there's no way for us to control that. It would be really cool if they did that, though, wouldn't
integrate it.
If Twitch were to integrate Patreon and make it so that, hey, if you're a $5 patron, you also get the perks of being a sub.
Yeah.
I know that Patreon, and they've had this for the longest time, I don't understand why it hasn't kicked in yet. When setting up your profile on Patreon, you can activate sub rewards, Twitch sub rewards, which means they are preparing that. Thank you so much, Pub Jinglies! Just subscribe. Thank you so much. That's going to be a wheel spin. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Boondocks coming in now with the raid.
Oh, that's so
Lurk
funny.
Force tonight. Come on, Lurk Force. Coming in with all these raids. We're going to have to stick around for a little bit. Thank you so much. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. So Patreon has this button, and you can actually make it so that if you are a Twitch sub, you get the perks of a certain Patreon tier.
Interesting.
So I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm going to make it so that if you are a $5 Twitch sub, maybe you get access to tier 1 on Patreon, get a couple perks of Patreon. I think that would be amazing. I don't understand what's taking them so long. They have the button there. It's just,
not like
it doesn't
they're
work.
A small group. Like
No.
they have like a studio and everything.
I even messaged him about it. I was like, what's going on here? Like, why isn't this activated? And he's like, we apologize for the inconvenience. We're not sure why you're seeing that. It's like, everybody sees it. Anybody can see it that tries to change their profile picture.
Right.
It doesn't show unless you change your profile picture. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, where'd that come from? It's there. It's like in the coding. It's there. It doesn't work. Boondocks, welcome to the show. Welcome everybody to the show that came in from Boondocks, Assassin's Girl, and Myers Born Gaming, I think is what it's called. Myers Corner Gaming. Yeah. Thank you to everybody coming in. We are the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you guys enjoy what you're seeing here tonight. Invader Girl's new, probably from the raid. Appreciate you coming in. Hit that follow button. What was it?
Gur.
Invader Gur.
The dog.
Oh, gotcha. So anybody who's new, hit that follow button. I hope you do. Hope you enjoy the stream. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts when we go live because we're on every Sunday, as I said. But I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with variety game streams, and Mike's on Tuesdays with variety game streams.
Yeah.
And even Saturdays, occasionally, I might do a creative stream. So 5-6 days a week, we're on here. And you guys can check our schedule on our website, thelevelupnetwork.com and all that. Since we're in the closing moments of the show, we just got rated, we're just kind of talking with the chat right now. So feel free to ask questions, either gaming, story-related questions, or questions about us. We're an open book. We'll talk with you guys.
I actually have to go.
So you do have to go?
Source 7.
Oh, we have to be at Source 7? Gotcha, man. No problem. So. I'll stick around a little bit longer, guys. Let Mike out, though. I'll go commercial break. When we come back, I'll stick around for
fresh air
10 minutes or so.
Fucking durian.
All right, so hold on tight. Let's go with Invader Gur, since you're new. I'll be back in a couple minutes at the most. All right, guys, I am out. Thank you so much for all the support tonight. You guys have been amazing. All the raids, the subs, wonderful. Let's give a shout out to our producers. They are Kelly Jellyfish. They are Dirty Habanero, Meepo, Baz023S, and Alex Bustos 98. I believe those are all of them. Now 97, actually. I might have to change that. Alex Bustos 97. He changed his name. Team Red, Team Pterodactyl, Team Firedactyl, Team Andrew for the win. Level up to you all. I will be on tonight, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do Bloodborne tonight or if I'm going to do episode Ignis from Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 15 did not do well for me on Thursday. Probably the lowest viewer count I've had in like a whole year. So I'm not sure if it was just a bad night or if it was that people didn't want to watch Final Fantasy. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing episode Ignis so quickly or if I'll go back to Bloodborne on Ni no Kuni. Go on our Discord, guys. Discord.gg/levelupnetwork. I might put a poll in there later on today to determine what I am going to stream. And in general, just get on our Discord because it's an amazing way to keep in contact with the community and with us. We're up to a good 60 or so active participants on our Discord at this point. So let's keep that number growing. All right. So long, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again tonight for my game stream or throughout the week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Until next time, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up.